All right. I think we're here. What's happening?
Hey,
Here we go. We got audio.
you
Welcome
can
to
hear
the
me good?
stream. Sorry for the not as great as the other intros I've done, but there's a little stress for our time on things like that. But welcome to the podcast. We'll have Goofy along shortly.
All right.
So how you doing today, Xernuff?
I'm all right. Pretty average day, honestly.
Okay. Average days are not bad. We don't like the horrible days. We'll take average,
No.
good, better, anything like that. So, I guess if we want to start out, we can tell us a little bit about what you're doing in Twitch. Like what what got you started going into Twitch right now?
The reason why I started Twitch is mostly because I tried in YouTube in the past, and I just didn't like recording stuff. Towards no one, or like at the time, I just mostly because I like interacting with chat. Honestly, I just like interacting with people while I'm like recording for stuff or just playing a game. So mostly the social aspect.
Okay, so you were doing YouTube videos before. You've done some of that, and then you decided you want to do some live streaming.
Yeah. Then my old channel got I nuked it now. It's gone, but starting fresh.
Okay, so what type of games are you looking to stream?
Right now it's just Dead by Daylight, but I plan on expanding that to mostly probably other single player games and maybe some horror games. Like I plan on doing like Resident Evil streams in the future, and maybe
Okay,
even some Nintendo games.
okay, like Nintendo games via like an emulator, or are you gonna hook up an
Yeah,
actual Nintendo?
emulator. I'm playing so I've been getting the Wii games lately, so I was thinking maybe some Galaxy 2, some Mario Kart Wii, maybe I've been really liking this Mario baseball game, Mario Super Sluggers. That'd be fun with friends on stream, I think. Some
Okay,
nice
so
chaos.
have a co-op Mario Sluggers baseball game for the streaming. Now the old
Yeah.
one you said you nuked. What was on the old one?
Mostly that was back when I wasn't even on what is it? PC. That's back when I was still playing games on console. Now just talk and upload clips of me playing. That's about it. Like at most a video was I'm gonna say 7 to 8 minutes was the longest video on there.
Okay. Were you getting any viewers and things like that on it?
My highest viewed video was 63 views and it was only
Okay.
15 seconds long.
Got you. All right. Well, that's a little something. Hopefully, we'll get some progress. With some effort put towards getting your stream going and things like that. Um,
Yeah.
so you've done 3 streams so far on your Twitch channel currently, right?
Yeah.
That was just in the past week or so, right?
I did one Wednesday, which I will not be streaming on Wednesdays anymore. Then I did one
Okay.
that coming up Saturday, and then I did one yesterday.
Okay. How did those go for you?
My peak viewers was 6 on Wednesday, 5 or 4 on Saturday, and I think 3 on yesterday.
Okay. So you got a few, and you're not sitting there to zero people. You got some people watching. Gotta
Yeah,
get
I
in
got
there.
yeah, I got a few people.
How long were the streams?
They're 2 hours long.
Okay. Is that what you're looking for? Is like going about 2 hours on stream then?
Yeah, let's say it's so far been 10 to midnight.
Okay.
That's what I do.
10 Central Time?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking to have a schedule for that?
Yeah, I would say it's just gonna be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And
Okay.
if I fit anything else in, I'll probably post it on Twitter, which I haven't really used yet, but that's why I mostly plan on posting my updates on.
Gotcha. Yeah, we've got some links for that too that'll be popping up for the Twitch, YouTube, your YouTube VODs channel, and a Twitter channel as well. So if you guys want to keep up to date, please head over to those and click on those socials and get the follows. How many followers do you have right now on Twitch? Do you know?
7, I believe.
7. So we got a brand new streamer here, guys. He needs follows. Yeah, there is a cat. That's Pixie. There's another cat around here as well. Pixie decided she wanted to show up for the stream tonight. So yeah, let's head over there and make sure we get some follows for Xernuff on there for the Twitch and the YouTube, and things like that. Streaming 3 days a week, 2 hours a day. That's not a bad setup, though. I kind of like that as far as having a couple hours, and your days are sort of spread out, so there's enough Xernuff to go around for the week. And I get an
Yeah.
old Xernuff weekend. Um,
Let's see, not a lot of people I see stream on Saturdays, so I hope that
mhm.
also gets a little bit more people like funneled in to at least come check me out.
Right, and then you can extend those Saturday streams a little bit more, maybe too, if you're getting a few more people in there and stuff.
But yeah, maybe if I'm really getting into something, like, you know what, 1 more hour.
Right. Keegan is in here, says he now has 8 followers. Thank you, everybody, for showing up in chat. We got Keegan, we got Glacial, we got Chef. Appreciate all you guys showing up for the podcast today, and please let your friends know and let everyone know we're live. And if you have questions for Xernuff, we'll be getting those questions in chat later on. So, Dead by Daylight, a lot of people that are watching now are kind of into that Dead by Daylight and familiar with Dead by Daylight. How long have you been playing that game?
Since June.
Okay.
I have, I think, 220, 250 hours, somewhere around there, clocked in the game.
Okay, like 220, he said, or 220 to
Yeah,
250? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
220, 250, somewhere in that.
Okay.
So I used to play mostly Call of Duty religiously, but
hmm
I don't know, the game's just not hitting the same for me anymore. So Dead by Daylight's become my new obsession.
Okay. And that's a great game to stream as well, because you've got some time to interact and things like that and do some of those things that you weren't able to do on your YouTube videos before.
Yeah.
Do
It's
you
just
have
funny.
go ahead.
Oh, I would say Dead by Daylight's just a lot more funny of a game sometimes too. I think it's just more entertaining to watch and
Right.
play. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. So, do you have a favorite character on Dead by Daylight?
Killer or Survivor?
Well, let's start with the killer. Who's your favorite killer?
It's mixed between the people. I love Deathslinger. He's
Okay.
probably one of my favorites. I like Huntress, but she's definitely not my favorite. See, it's hard to think about that really,
hmm
but uh, see, I don't know why, but I know people like hate Trapper so much and all that, but I just have an unironic this love and appreciation for him. I don't know why.
Okay. As playing them or playing against them or both?
Playing as them,
Okay.
I don't like playing against Trapper. I really don't.
And that might be where the hate for the Trapper comes in, maybe.
So I like playing Pinhead also, but I don't
Mhm.
play him too much. 'Cause I know people's lives are miserable playing against Pinhead. Also, I hate playing against Pinhead, so I get that. So I don't play him very often.
Okay. Now, who did you say your favorite was again, or maybe your favorite?
Probably Deathslinger.
Deathslinger, and why is that?
I like shooting a gun.
Okay, so you get to shoot a gun in that for that killer.
Yeah.
Do you
I
have
just
any?
like. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I like you can do trick shots of him. Like if you this way they programmed his bullet is
Mhm.
if you see a teeny tiny little crack, he can probably shoot through that, and so you can get really awesome plays with it. Also,
Okay. Yeah, I was about to ask about the plays. If you had any particular play or thing that happened with that killer that
uh,
stands out.
I like especially one perk that I always love pairing with him is called Coup de Grace. It's a
Mhm.
twin teachable perk, and basically what it does is once at tier 3, it allows you to lunge 80% farther. So what you can do is you can shoot someone, reel them in into a corner, and normally you would never be able to hit them from there, but you can cancel the chain and loop all the way around that corner because of coup de grace and get hits that you should never have gotten, which I think is really cool.
The survivors probably don't think so much about that though. But
No, no one uses coup de grace. I'm like one of the 5 people in the world who uses it.
yeah, okay. You got the rare skill ability in there that you're mastering. I would imagine it's fairly satisfying to pull it off and have something like that
Oh,
happen.
it feels great.
Yeah. Let's see. Pac-Man is in here. Welcome, Pac-Man. He says, well, Chef is in mine along with some other lurkers. That's awesome. Pac-Man is live right now as well, guys. He's going to be on the Gnome Saint Presents podcast next week, actually. Next Wednesday, we'll be interviewing Pac-Man. And he's been getting into Dead by Daylight as well. So what about favorite survivors?
Of course, they're all the same. Essentially, they're really just skins. I like
Hmm.
playing Yui. I don't know. I just like Yui's cosmetics.
Okay. Do you have like all the cosmetics unlocked and things like that?
No, I haven't bought all of them. That costs my whole bank account.
Oh, got you. So they're all behind paywalls for the cosmetics on there.
Yeah, I just bought the ones I like, and that's about it.
Hmm. Do you have scheduled days for Dead by Daylight then on your stream days, or is it pretty
No,
much up in the air?
it's up in the air right now. I'm thinking
Hmm.
maybe one day a week for now, Dead by Daylight. It may be farther down the line, and maybe less and less. But for now, at the very least, it's gonna be at least one day a week.
Okay. Do you have a planned day for that?
Probably Tuesdays.
Okay.
Saturday might be a random single player game or something like that.
Okay. Now, are you going to be playing with the community at all?
Yeah, on days I do Survivor, I'll definitely
Hmm.
just have open lobbies. I haven't done a single Survivor stream yet though. It's all been Killer because I mostly play Killer.
Okay.
But anytime I do Survivor, it'll be open lobbies.
Okay. Is that child in the back okay? I can hear some screaming.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my little sister running around the hallways. I don't know what she's
Oh,
doing.
okay. This sounds fun. Um, so, what other games do you have lined up for that? Do you have any other like go-to ones that you might do? And
I
Crazy
might
Chef says he's down to join Survivor.
say I might do Call of Duty. Let me open up my Steam library real fast,
Yeah.
so I get some ideas.
Are you good
See,
at it?
I Call of Duty.
Hmm.
I'm not as good as I used to be, just because I haven't played it in a while. But
Yeah.
like when I played a lot, I would say I'm definitely above average, but definitely
Okay.
nowhere near comp level though.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
I know some
I
of the people like to play in here like to play Call of Duty as well.
Oh, yep. Chef said a good idea. I would once he gets a setup where he can play Lethal Company and I get other
Hmm.
people. I would love to do Lethal Company streams.
Okay. What's that about?
I never heard of it. So what Lethal Company is basically it's technically a roguelike. So it's you up to a group of 4 people. You're basically this crewman on a ship, and your job is to scavenge for scrap and all that on moons and all that in their bases.
Hmm.
And you must meet a certain profit quota. It's not now, of course, it can't be too easy. So there's a bunch of monsters and all that. But the main draw of the game is it is the first game to have a like realistic proximity chat system to where the farther you are, the quieter they are. There's you're behind a wall, they're muffled. If you're in a open area, they may echo a bunch and all that. And this leads to a lot of funny moments, especially some of the monsters and this the random generation. Like there's landmines in the game. You can go through a
Okay.
door. Once it's right there, immediately as you open the door, you're dead.
Do
But
you get to come back and help your team, or you
you are
like
dead until they evacuate or everyone dies.
okay? So it's
If
like each individual mission. You get your crew together and run one mission to
let's
go
say
and collect stuff.
ev- every time you hit your quota, you get 3 in-game days, get your quota, and when you hit your quota, you're rewarded with not being killed, and you get a higher quota, and you must use try to see how many quotas in a row you can get.
Okay.
If you can't meet that within 3 days, you're fired and ejected into space and killed. And you get to start all over again and lose everything.
So are you starting every game from scratch essentially when you get in there? You get your crew together and you're like, all right, let's start seeing how many jobs we can get.
Yeah, there's not really save files. Once you, oh, there is, but that's not really important. Once
Right.
you once you lose a run, that's it. You just start from scratch again.
Start
Yeah,
over. Okay.
that's the beauty of it, honestly.
So if you die and they complete the mission, do you come back and help them out on the next mission?
Yeah, yeah, you come back. You're basically just you just get another crew person. You control him.
Oh, okay. That's kind of
Say
cool.
yeah, say the game actually outsold Call of Duty on Steam
That's
this
incredible.
year. Yeah,
Yeah.
say and it was awesome about it. Only one person made it. It was not a team, just one guy.
Right. An individual developer. That is amazing.
I would say he's very inspiring for indie developers.
Yeah, there's
Other
quite a few good indie developer games that have come out as well, and things like Steam and Epic and things like that have been pretty good for helping get indie developers distributed.
Yeah, Class 6 just said it. Yeah, Power World is it's great. So what
Hmm.
that is basically I don't know too much about it, but is basically Pokemon but improved. They take
Oh,
Pokemon and fix all the like a lot of the issues that Game Freak just would not fix in their games.
hmm. Yeah,
So it's either
do you have Pet Ward?
no, I just know what
Oh,
it
okay,
is.
right. Yeah, I know a lot of people are streaming and playing that right now. It's a really brand new game. Is that indie developer as well?
I don't know if it's in
Oh,
developer
okay.
or I
That
think
one
this
seems like a wider scope than an indie
I
developer
think
might have done.
it's a small dev team, I believe. It's a team, but
Hmm.
not as like a AAA team.
Right, right.
For other games I plan to stream, once I get like an audience, like a bigger audience, I plan on doing the Binding of Isaac. But I plan on
Hmm.
starting a new file and using a mod called I think it's called the Twitchening of Isaac, where basically
Okay,
Twitch chat can interact with your game and this cause stuff to happen to you. So
okay.
get a little bit of interactivity with it. We might try to see if we can get Dead God on the Twitchening of Isaac, or just play it to play it.
That sounds like fun. What type of interactions do they get in the Twitch chat for that?
So what they can do is they can spawn items, give you items, take items. They can spawn enemies. They can give you status effects. I think they can. I don't know if they can teleport you or not.
Hmm.
They can spawn bosses. So basically, anything game they can just do. They can do whatever they want with you.
So, are you going to have it where they vote on doing something like that, or is it something that they just type it in and it happens, or they
I
use channel
think how
points?
I think how the mod works is that I think it uses Twitch chat. I haven't looked at the mod myself. I've only been at other streams, so someone else used it. And at least how
Okay,
they had it set up is
yeah,
there's no restrictions. And it's just you type a command in chat and it happens. You might be able to link it to channel points, or if I have enough people in chat, I might do that so it doesn't get too chaotic.
right,
But as a smaller person, that shouldn't really be an issue right now.
right. At least starting out, and there'll be something fun for people to do to come in and have some interactive
I keep
adventures with you in the game.
keep them engaged, keep them a reason
Right,
to stay around.
absolutely.
They
I mean,
can
that's
help. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead.
They can help me, or they can watch me suffer. It's their choice.
Those are fun. They've had some other games I think that had that. There's one I forget what it is. I can't think of the name of it, but you could give them good things or bad things, and it pop up a thing, and they had a good Twitch interaction with that. And it was like I don't think it was a graveyard game. I can't remember the name of it, but it's pretty new in the last year, and I think having all of that interactivity with gamers and developers and things like that is pretty good.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, they've added that in there as well, where you can help them do quest choices and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that about Baldur's Gate 3. I know it's supposed to be like game of the year and all that. I
Hmm.
still have never bought or played the game. It's not my genre.
Got you. So not so much the single player or the role play adventure games. Um,
Yeah, I just not my. I like single player games, just not
mhm.
that kind.
Okay. MMOs at all?
No.
No. Yeah, that's almost the
I
same thing.
Oh yeah, I do plan on it's an RPG. I don't know if it's out yet or it's about to be out soon, but Persona 4 or not 4, Persona 3 Reloaded comes out
Hmm.
soon. I plan on playing that on stream. I've
Okay.
never like I played Persona 4. Well, I haven't finished it, but I'm playing it right now. I played Persona 5 to the end. I've never
Hmm.
played 3. So I know what happens sadly at the end, but other than that,
Mm,
this could be a completely blind playthrough.
okay. That
So that'll
sounds
be
like
fun.
something fun to look forward to and seeing Persona 5. Unfortunately, you know the ending. That kind of is a bummer when you're playing a game. But
Yeah, but
half of it's getting there to the end.
well, oh yeah, the ending is impactful. I'm sure I'm still gonna be impacted by it, but
Hmm. Do you have a favorite overall game, like
favorite of
a
all
story game?
time. Hmm. I don't think I can have a favorite game. My favorite games probably.
Hmm.
I'm a big platformer guy. Like I love platformers. So
Okay.
one game that comes to mind immediately is Celeste. I love
Okay.
Celeste.
I've never played it. I haven't really played a whole lot of platformers. Not that I've got anything really against platformers. I've
Yeah,
played all kinds of games, but
I like
maybe
Super Meat
something to
Boy a
continue.
lot.
Hmm.
I don't know if you played that one or not.
No, no, nope. It's been
Uh,
a long time since I've really played any platformers, to be honest. What is the draw on the platformers? The different abilities for the.
I guess just how it's such a simple premise, but they do so little with so much with so little. I like that a
Mhm.
lot. I guess I just like tight challenges like let's take it back like Celeste and Meat Boy. None of it's
Okay.
random, and anything that happens is your fault. I really like that.
Okay.
Uh,
So it's all set level design, and there's
yeah,
nothing procedurally generated, and everything happens at the
yeah,
same time every time on there.
yeah, it's handcrafted and all that. I just love that. I
Hmm.
think another reason why I love it so much is ever since I was a kid, I just grew up on platformers.
Hmm.
That's what, like a lot of Mario and stuff like that. So
Right.
that
I mean,
that probably
essentially, that
plays.
was how the games were. Initially was platformers for the most part. And then
Yeah, let's say
Donkey Kong. I mean, that's technically a platformer. All of the Mario's going up, until they
Donkey
went to
Kong's.
3D.
I love Donkey Kong games. Like what is it? What's it called? Return. I think it's called Donkey Kong Country Returns. The one on the Wii.
Hmm. Yeah.
That was too hard for me as a kid. But nowadays, I love the game.
Right.
So I bought Tropical Freeze on my Switch. Still haven't finished it, but I'm like over
Hmm.
halfway done. But yeah,
Nice.
I'm a sucker for both 2D and 3D platformers like Mario
Okay.
Odyssey, Hat in Time, stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of 3D platformers, and most of the ones I played are old, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Earthworm, Jim, and I forget. There's some other ones. But, they're cool. Maybe I'll have to pick up a platformer, check it out, and look into Celeste or something like that. Are those co-op at all, or are they single player?
Celeste is strictly single player. Meat Boy
Hmm.
strictly single player. Most of your Mario's are co-op. The newer ones are at least. And uh, what else did you want to know? If it was co-op or not?
Oh, just in general.
Yeah, a lot of mine I like are single player, but I know there are co-op ones. Mostly,
Do you do you
mostly
co-op
Mario's.
the games at all? Like, is that something you'd enjoy
When
doing
it
with the?
when it has the option, I play co-op. Yeah, I have one guy who loves platformers. Also, we always play through them together. Usually,
Would Portal? Do you think that'd be considered a platformer?
that's a puzzle game, and I
Yeah.
still like. I've seen Portal. I never played through it myself,
Okay.
but I do like the characters and all that.
Yeah, I've played through Portal 1 and Portal 2, and I really enjoyed it. And I think Portal 2 also has a co-op option as well. And it gives me
It
sort of
does.
like a platformer vibe with it, but it's, yeah.
It is. There is platforming in it. It's like a
Hmm.
puzzle platformer, I guess you could say. I
Crazy
know
Chef
some
asked which Sonic game. For me, it'd just be like the old ones. I haven't really played any new ones.
like the
I bought
Genesis
like,
ones.
yeah, and I think I might have gotten like one of those game packs off of Steam where you get like the Sonic game pack or something and have like 10 different games. I don't know. But they were fun.
Say, I have some co-op games. Like, I have Escape the Backrooms. Heard that's good. I
Hmm.
might play that on stream one day if I can get people to play with me. Uh,
Oh, okay.
this has been done to death, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it myself anytime soon. But I know some people like will play through all the Five Nights at Freddy's game back to back to back to back.
Right.
And I think that would be fun because like I haven't played through all of them myself. Like I know how to play them, but I
Hmm.
don't know how to execute it properly and all that. So I thought that'd be
Hmm.
fun. But so many people have done that. I might wait to do that.
Yeah, it's hard to say on something like that too. I mean, so many people have done it, but then now, not so many people are playing it. You get into a Five Nights at Freddy's lobby, there might not be hardly anybody there, and people are like, "Oh, this guy's going first time." It might be fun to watch. So it's hard to say. As a variety game streamer, it's hit or miss. Sometimes those low lobbies, if you're pulling in 3 or 4 people, and some people see that, and it's more than anyone else on it, they might stop and stick around.
Yeah, let's say
Especially if you enjoy it.
my way to get more viewers that I'm gonna try is
Mhm.
my main YouTube channel. Just try to
Yeah,
pull people into Twitch. From what I've heard, shorts can really help with that. Just like
right.
posting, like stuff you clip on Twitch. You just put that YouTube Shorts format, and then have it linked to your Twitch, and maybe you can get a couple viewers from that, stuff like that. Because my goal right now is just to get as much interaction as possible. That way, like, because more variety, the better, obviously. So I'm trying to get more.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to get more unique chatters and all that instead of like the same 3 or 4 people. Love y'all. I just want some more people
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, that's true. And you love the people that are there, but you definitely want more people. And the Twitch Shorts or the YouTube Shorts. I haven't done it, but I believe, like you said in the clips, they've got it where they can set it up and do it right for you. Like it's really easy. Goofy, who should be here along shortly, has been into that a little bit, and he's been having some pretty good success with some of his shorts that he's been doing with Rocket League and Escape from Tarkov and things like that. So that's definitely a great thing to get in the habit of doing.
Yeah, so I haven't touched my main channel yet. I've only touched my VOD channel, but that's because
Hmm.
I'm trying to take a stream. I'm probably gonna soon cut down some stuff in the shorts, but I do plan on posting longer form content on my channel also, which it may just be edited down version of streams, or I may just post something, record something original for it. But more than
Hmm.
likely, just be edited down streams with a theme to it.
Okay, and that's going to be on your the VOD channel.
The main channel.
Okay, the YouTube main channel.
I was say the VOD channel is just for posting VODs. The only thing I do editing wise in those is cutting out like when I leave and I have like my intermission screen on. I'll cut that out. That's about it.
Okay, so that'll be kind of like where you have all of your stored content essentially, and then you'll work off of that to create the highlights, the
Yeah,
clips, the
yeah.
different things like that for the main
The VOD
channel.
channels. Yeah, the VOD channel is basically just like an archive of my streams.
Right.
That's what I'm using it as basically.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. If you don't have space to hold things locally and things like that.
Well, I definitely got space for it. It's just mostly for other people than me because
Hmm.
like, I have a 4 terabyte drive for this, so that should be enough, at least for a
Yeah,
while.
right. For a little while, definitely. That should definitely be enough. Um, so, are you going to have a schedule for putting out the VODs or the clips like that, or just as you get to it at this point in time?
When I get to it for now.
Hmm.
But for my second stream VOD, it took me like 2 extra days to do it. But my biggest problem with YouTube I'm learning right now is I suck at making thumbnails. that that I'm about to work on a bit. So
Hmm.
that because like I don't want to be clickbaity and all that, but
Right.
we can't beat around the bush. It has to be attention grabbing. That's just how it is.
Right.
So I gotta
Absolutely.
so I get better at that. I don't want it to be predatory or anything. I just want
Hmm.
people to click on it. If they want to leave, they
Right.
can leave.
Right. Yeah, that'll help too with the shorts and the different videos and stuff like that too. I know. I don't know how good of quality my thumbnails are for this particular channel, but this is the only one I've made some on, and I have to get to work on some of the past ones. I think they look okay, but I don't think they're enough to get a lot of attention. I
Yeah.
don't know.
See, like for Dead by Daylight stuff, why? Well, from I was like looking at other people's thumbnails and all that for maybe some inspiration or see like how they do it. And what I've
Hmm.
noticed is that they take 3D models and rig them to do certain stuff and all that. I don't know how to do that, so I might try to learn to do that over the next couple bit.
Right.
See if I tried doing it in like Source Filmmaker.
Hmm.
I hate Source Filmmaker.
Okay.
I, it's really old software to be fair, so I might try Blender instead. It's more advanced, it's newer, so maybe easier to use,
Hmm.
but we'll have to see about that.
Yeah, I've never used something like that. I'm not even really too familiar with it. Now, I guess that could lead into another topic, sort of game related as well. Currently, you're in high school,
Mhm.
and are you graduating at the end of this year or the in the middle of this
Yeah,
year?
yeah,
Okay,
I'm graduating in May.
nice. Well, congratulations on that ahead of time. You're looking to go
Thanks.
to college for game development.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna major computer science, and if I can do, I might use second major for game development slash
Mhm.
design, or I'll just minor it because I need a fallback option because game
Right.
development's risky and scary. So I might
Yeah.
just do uh, computer science as a safe thing
Right. Are
because you
you
can.
Go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead.
Are you set up with a curriculum at all, or do you have a college picked out or any of that good stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Are you already accepted and approved, and like that's what you're gonna do, like ready to roll when you get it?
I'm waiting because I still have to get a few things verified before I can get approved. But
Okay.
I've already looked through stuff like that, and like GPA wise, they
Mhm.
accept you when you have a certain threshold, and I have like
Right.
a 3.9 on a 4 scale, so I'm fine. They'll take
Yeah.
me in.
Pretty much anywhere will take you in with a 3.9. You know, for almost anything you want to do, I'd imagine that's really good. And congratulations on the GPA.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So we got a question from Pac-Man. He says, "Were you nervous about being on the podcast?"
No. The most nervous part was my first stream actually,
Okay. Which was
because
like three last week.
yeah, I just thought a lot would go wrong, or I was not talk a lot, which I do gotta work on that. Where sometimes I just have a lot of dead air, like especially like in loading screens and all that. Mostly because maybe not a lot to go on chat and not. I just don't know how to improvise to talk about stuff, but that's a skill I'll pick up on over time.
Absolutely. And you know, eventually you might have people in there that'll be talking and interacting with you in chat, and you won't have to worry about what to say or what to do because you
Yeah.
have people on there. But yeah, it's difficult to
What I
maintain
do
dialogue.
what
Hmm.
I do plan on for like maybe for more funny moments and stuff like that is once I do get eventually some point affiliate, I plan on getting stuff where whether it be channel points or like a small amount of bits, maybe like 100 bits, text to speech stuff that you can send wherever you want. It probably lock behind channel points, like
Hmm.
I don't know, like 1,000, 2,000. I don't know the scaling too much. So
Yeah.
you can send a little text to speech thing. Then when I get bigger, I don't want that spam constantly, so I'm probably gonna up the threshold for that. But
Right.
I don't know. Text to speech always, from at least from my experience watching people, makes stuff a lot funnier. I don't know why when it comes
You
to
know, there is
people.
some truth to that because they'll put some random crazy stuff in there sometimes to the text to speech. I've also been on some where they have nothing but text to speech as well, and it's a little difficult, at least for me. Some people might like it, but
No, I can't do every single comment being text to speech. It says
right,
you gotta get if you have a highlighted comment, then it can be that's about it.
right. Or you use X amount of your channel points, and you can also set up timers for things like that too. Like you can only do a text to speech every 5 minutes per person or something like that too. So there's a lot of different ways you can try to limit people's ability to take advantage of something like that. But I
Yeah.
could definitely see where there'd be humor and interaction with it.
I plan on having like maybe more effects and all that, like my camera end and all that. I only have one effect. I've used it
Mhm.
once. And it's just like a zoom in on my face. That's about it.
Like a transition effect, like a different scene.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just my camera, but it's cut in a lot closer to my face. I just
Hmm.
deadpan stare at the camera for it.
Right. And just
That's about it.
yeah. There was someone this guy talking with Adam, and he had something like that for channel points, and it was I forget what it was called, but it was like lock eyes or blank stare or something like that, and he'd do that, and he'd just be like, and just stare
I'm
at the
sorry.
camera for awkward. I think it was awkward silence or something like that, and
It
he
doesn't
couldn't do
compare.
it.
It doesn't compare to a streamer I've seen, Corey. He still has
Yeah.
one of the best channel point redeems I've ever seen. For I think like 1,000 or 2,000 points, he'll throw it back on stream.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tori is known for throwing it back. He's thrown it back here a couple times on the podcast as well. Um, it is great, and a lot of the things that he has on there for the clips and the highlights and stuff. He definitely has a lot of fun interactivity with his stream as well, and definitely something a lot of people can look at to try to get ideas for content on their streams.
Yeah, I can't get my channel points obviously until I'm an affiliate. So waiting for 50 followers.
Right. Yep. You got the 50 followers, and then I think you have to have three average um,
Hmm.
viewers, and it's not too bad if you have a few people to hang out and watch. And it sounds like you're doing okay and running like three streams every week. 2 hours a day is not going to be too bad. So I think once you get the followers, you should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, let's say I don't have like so people in the games have like TTV in their name and stuff like that to try to
Hmm.
get out there. I don't like that personally for
Hmm.
myself. I don't know. I still like I. find it for myself personally a little bit tacky
Right.
for me. I don't care if other people do it. It's just for me, I don't like that.
Right.
So I'd say my only way to spread around my stuff is mostly going to be YouTube. Hope that the algorithm is a bit more merciful than Twitch is, because YouTube
Right.
has much better discoverability than Twitch. That's just
Right.
a known fact.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that YouTube will funnel in at least a little bit more people. And as you get more viewers, obviously the more Twitch pushes you. So I'm hoping
Right.
that helps out a little.
Yeah, hopefully. It's a good way definitely to diversify to have that. I just started recently doing multi-streaming as well, and running Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. And I really need to get the offline videos a little more locked in on YouTube, but I think that's definitely a good platform to get going from.
I even thought about doing multimedia streaming. I probably could,
Hmm.
because my computer should have the capability to do that, but I don't know. I'd have to figure out how to set that up on OBS.
Right. Yeah, I think with OBS, there's not really great ways to do multi-streaming professionally. There's some free things that you can do. I mean, without spending money, because there's some free things that you can use, but they'll have their watermark on it or different things like that. They'll allow you to stream to
Yeah.
2 different platforms and not a lot of different ones, and it's
So,
a little restrictive. But once you get like a premium subscription somewhere, they usually offer multi-streaming to different channels a lot easier. The
easier.
hardest part about that is going to be the keeping up with chat with all the different ones. So they don't have any really good chat integration. So if you wanted to be interactive with YouTube, with Twitch, with Kick, and different things like that, that's the most probably difficult thing for people that are doing any high level multi streaming. I think.
Yeah. And Pac-Man, is that Mario in the background? No.
Yeah, he says
No,
no.
that's not. That's definitely not him. Hold up. Let me go get him.
All right, we're gonna get to see what we got back here.
See? Not Mario.
Oh yeah, not Mario at all.
No, it's not Mario.
Yeah, that's the thing, Pac-Man. There is a third-party thing for OBS that lets you stream to 2 at once. That third-party thing, I think, has a watermark, and that's what I was saying. I mean, you can do it. It just puts their watermark on there.
No, I don't like that. But
I don't either. Yeah.
What made you choose Streamlabs over OBS?
I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and mainly just because I initially started out with that. I did some research on some things. A lot of people were using it. Had a lot of nice features. Not necessarily the easiest to use, but there was, I can work my way around software pretty well. So that's kind of it. Now that I've had all my things on there, I just kind of stayed with it. I haven't really looked at switching to anything else.
I just use OBS because it's what I used at first and it's what
Right.
I'm used to. It's also really easy to use. All you gotta do is add a few sources and
Right.
scenes, and you're good to go. You can, of
Right.
course, get more technical. Some things like I have for like recording stuff and all that. I got more technical with specific bit rates and a bunch of other stuff like that. But
Right.
it's really easy to use. That's mostly why I use it.
Pack says his doesn't have a watermark. That's good, Pack. Maybe you should share which one it is. I don't know offhand. The ones I've looked at had watermarks for. Now with the OBS and like any streaming software, essentially, you can do pretty much anything you want with it in those regards, because they do have the ability to source in web sources and different things like that. And OBS is what a lot of the other ones are made off of. Well, some of them, like Streamlabs OBS, and I think there might be another one, but
Oh, yeah,
so I'm
web integrations. See, for web integrations, I use I do have sound alerts on. Like it's set up, but I can't use it until I'm an affiliate. But I do have it set up for whenever I'm ready. I also
Nice.
have like I couldn't get it to work for the first 2 streams, but I do have on-screen chat working finally now for like VODs and all that. Now they can actually see chat.
Okay.
I did change it though. At first, it would never just disappear, but I realized I don't like that because text will like stay there, but it's well past being relevant. So now I have it. It'll fade away after 2 minutes.
Okay, that's good. And then if someone types something new, it'll be up there and not up there for And that's the nice thing about that too, is those are all customizable to do different
Yes,
things like that.
I think I have it to where have set up is 12 lines of text can be shown at a time.
Hmm.
It's like 12 or 13 lines.
Right.
That's plenty.
Absolutely. Yeah. Plenty to put on the VOD for if something happens and get a few reactions in chat and have your video set up there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change the length of screen it takes up at all. So if I need fit more, I'll just lower the font size. That's about it.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have any other questions in chat? Says, you mean his amiibos? That's probably he said he meant something under the clock.
Those amiibos back.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Amiibos.
the amiibos. Yeah, there's a 30th anniversary Mario amiibo back there. I don't think they make those anymore. There's a rare one that I don't have. It's the modern color one. That one only came with a specific Wii U bundle. One of my friends has one of those actually. I just have the standard one.
Do you collect more than that, or is it just what you've got up there?
I got a Mario. I got Smash Bros. Mario, a Toad, Mario Series Yoshi, Smash Series Falco, Smash Series. Oh no, I have two Splatoon Series Inklings, a 30th anniversary Mario, and a Smash Series Ryu, and a Smash Series Joker. Other than that, I don't have any more amiibos. That's just what I had when I was a kid.
Okay.
Well, the Joker one's newer, but I just like Persona 5. Is why I have it.
Nice. Nice little collection there.
Yeah.
Is there for your game development that you're looking to do? Is there any particular type of game genre that you want to get into developing if you do that?
I would love. I think a first person shooter would be kind of cool to make, but
Mm-hmm.
it definitely would be a smaller scale one because it's such an oversaturated field. It's a if you're trying to do a multiplayer shooter and all that, I hate to break it to people, more likely than not, it's gonna flop horribly. That's just the reality of it. But so I maybe want to try some more niche genres I might like,
Mm-hmm.
but like platformer, anyone can make those, but it's real easy to make a bad one. It's a problem. I've had
Right.
I've had a horror game idea,
Mm-hmm.
but I just haven't fully realized how I want to go about executing it.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say about it is the name of it is gonna be called ATM.
Okay.
It is exactly what you think it is.
Automatic teller machine.
Yep.
Yep, that's exactly right. Those are the scariest things I could think of with ATM. Probably some not safe for work comments, I'm imagining.
But I don't know. Like you ever go to an ATM really late at night and like you're just out in the open and you just have that unnerving feeling in you. A little
Okay.
chill up your spine.
Okay.
I want to play off that very niche feeling.
Okay. So it's not the other ATM, not the NSFW ATM.
No.
Okay,
I mean a literal ATM. I don't think anyone's ever made a game like this, and I won't be the first one to do it.
Okay, nice. I had a game idea at one time and I think it's even been sort of done to some extent, but it was like a first person. I had this idea back when it like Team Fortress, before it was even Team Fortress Classic and things like that, and it would have been a PvP game where it'd be like one person would play a human being and be human size, and then everyone else would be like insects, and that the human would have to try to kill the insects. And there'd be different varieties of abilities for the insects, like bees, and even rodents like mice and rats and different things like that. So there was a lot to it, but it was kind of a fun idea I had for a video game that never will get made, probably.
Yeah. Any hobbies offline? I don't have too many hobbies really, other than playing games. I like making games. I like art, but I'm not really good at it. It's a problem. I do like it.
Like digital art
Uh,
or physical
digital
media.
digital art mostly, like just digital media. I like digital media a lot.
Hmm.
Another thing that I do want to learn at some point in my life, more of a bucket list thing, is I love music, so I want to try to get in music. I used to be in a band actually, not like a band, but like a school band.
Right.
But I was decent. I was pretty good with a trombone actually, but I just don't really
Okay.
care for the instrument. I don't care for the instrument too much anymore.
Right.
Uh,
I mean, trombone isn't something you really go out and be like, hey, I played the trombone. I mean, some people do, they'll get into the orchestra or whatnot, but
I regret not doing percussion. I really wish
yeah.
I would have learned percussion.
Okay.
So if I ever
Yes.
get if I ever get the funds and a chance, I would love to buy like a drum set or at least some percussion and learn it.
Yeah.
But that's a
Percussion. Percussion would
that's
definitely be fun. Yeah.
it's a really high barrier to entry. It's not cheap.
No, no, it's not. Not to start getting the things that you need to make production style music. I mean, getting a pair of drumsticks and banging on stuff, not quite the same thing as learning off a kit. And there's a couple things with a kit you can't move it around. So
No.
you get your drum kit. You pretty much have to have a room set up for it, and you have to have people around you that accept that you're going to be banging on shit for.
Like I
Just,
said, it's more of a voice crack. Sorry, more of a bucket
yeah.
list thing than anything. But I would love to learn it one day if I ever get the opportunity.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you should try sometime, and maybe just start with a snare drum. No, that's
Yeah.
hard, but I did see this guy was amazing. He was at a Scottish festival in Michigan,
Mhm.
and this guy was like a 7-time world champion snare drummer, and he just played the snare drum, and I was just amazed at the ability for the beats and the sounds and the tempo and everything that he had. I mean, it
Mhm.
sounded like a couple different drums, like 2 or 3 different drums, and the rhythm and the speed, and
But
it's impressive.
say even with a little snare drum, yeah, you can do a lot. It just takes a lot of time and effort, but behind it.
Right.
But I just don't have time for that right now with streaming. I have to balance personal life, stream, and work life. It's just a lot on my plate right now.
Absolutely. So you're streaming, 3 nights out of your week. You've got school that you're still at right now, and getting, all the high school stuff. It's not like easy. Just go home and you're done. Um,
So,
and you're working as well. What type of shift schedule are you working?
uh, I technically work part time, so like, during school I work 20 to 35-hour weeks
Okay,
on top of school.
right on top of streaming. So
Yeah,
you've got not much time for any extracurricular activities with all that
no,
stuff going.
I don't really care. I'm not a sports guy though, so it
Hmm.
doesn't hurt too much.
Okay,
I used to be part of a esports team, but that was only for 1 year.
was that for Call of Duty?
No, they weren't allowed to.
Okay.
For it was through Mosef or whatever.
Hmm.
So we played Halo. We sucked at
Okay.
Halo. uh, I wasn't team captain,
Hmm.
but I was co-captain on the team. But
So
we did competitive Smash Ultimate. That was my competitive game. I actually won state in that game.
nice. Was that's
Yeah,
individual though, or is Smash a co-op game?
it was individual.
Okay.
There is a co-op one, but
Hmm.
I only placed state and individual.
Okay. I've known some people to play Smash that are into it like that on a competitive level, and it's something else. That
But
is definitely something else.
yeah, it's like one of the only games I can play confidently at a competitive level. One of the
Okay.
only games I can.
Yeah.
I used to play it religiously. I really slowed down on it,
Right.
mostly because the game's like, oh, how many? Is it approaching 7 years? Oh, yeah, it is.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, this will be its 7th year
Yeah.
this December. That's crazy. But yeah, I
Are
just
you
haven't
looking
played
to
it as
do more
much.
competitive gaming in the future? Is that something, or is it just something that you did a little?
No, I like playing games casually. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. It's super
Uh,
sweaty.
Smash is like probably the exception because I like sweating in Smash.
Yeah.
I think the more you sweat, the more fun that game is. Which I can't say it for most games, but
Right.
Smash is the exception, not the rule.
Right. So for anybody that doesn't know, do you want to describe Smash a little bit?
So it's a fighting game, but it's like its own subgenre of fighting games. It's a platform fighter, like what was that Warner Brothers game called? I can't remember the name of it. But basically, instead of everyone having a set amount of health, you build up a percentage, and the higher your percent, the farther you get launched from attacks and all that. And if you get sent off the edge of a screen, any of the four edges, you lose a life. And at least how competitive rules are in Smash, you get 3 lives. 3 lives, 7 minutes, and oh god, Smash Ultimate has over 80 characters, so it's a lot of matchups to learn. That's why a lot
Okay.
of people don't. That's why a lot of people don't like Ultimate because it's too overwhelming with the amount of characters.
Hmm.
But like the
And to be
most,
competitive, you have to pretty much know all of them, right? Because you have to be
yeah.
able to counter their moves and know what to expect.
So you want to have to know how to play all of them. Like there's the difference between like knowing how to counter and play against them than playing as a character. Because like the concept, but concept versus execution.
Hmm.
Like I can confidently say I probably play like 2 or 3 characters at a competitive level, and that's about it.
Okay.
But like I can play everyone in the game like casually, but competitively probably like only 2 or 3.
Gotcha. On a competitive level, the other ones will just be so much more superior in countering your moves or whatnot, like knowing how
Yeah,
to counter them with that character, right?
yeah. It's just I don't have a lot of time putting those characters and all that. If I put more time into them, I could.
Hmm.
But let's say one of my mains is a top tier. He's like top 5 character. On my other one's like a B tier character.
Okay.
And surprisingly, my better character is the B tier character.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, to be fair though, his main gimmick is RNG, and I'm a gambling man.
Ah, that makes for some fun stuff to happen, I'm sure.
I feel really bad sometimes because one of his moves has a chance to insta kill. It has it has a low chance, but it can just
Mhm.
do it. And so I insta kill someone at a really low percent. I just like we'll be in person. I'll look at him and say, "I'm so sorry."
That's hilarious. Are you going to be playing any of that on your streams at all?
Probably not,
Okay.
because all I can really do for streams is play online. I don't like the online in the game
Okay.
because Nintendo has a bad track record of online their games. It's usually never good. The only game series they can get online right in is Mario Kart, which I do plan on playing Mario Kart and stream in the future. Actually,
Okay. That would be like a fun multiplayer. Usually, there's like 8 people you can race with on Mario Kart, and you get community games. I think that could be a lot of fun
oh
potentially.
yeah, I can hold like open like lobby tournaments and all that in Mario Kart if I really wanted to.
Right.
Yes, Crazy Chef with you.
Ah.
Yeah, he's only saying that because he knows he's better than me.
Oh yeah.
But
Do you
say,
have a favorite racer for Mario Kart?
which one? The newest one.
Yeah.
An 8. I mean, if I want to get technical, the best character in the game is Yoshi. Though I
Hmm.
don't always play. I don't play Yoshi always. Like if I wanted to play it, most meta, it would be Yoshi. But if I just want to play
Yeah.
for fun, I usually play Toadette.
Okay.
Just because Toadette, Mr. Scooty with the Azure roller wheels with the the paper glider. That's my casual setup.
We got
But you can
Crazy
only
Chef.
but you can only play 200cc in Mario Kart 8. Only 200. Everything else is boring.
200cc. Is that the fast one?
That's a ludicrously fast one. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite Funky Kong.
I like Funky. I like Funky Kong and Wii just because he's the best character in Wii. I play Luigi more. Oh, I played Daisy. I'd rather play Daisy though. 'Cause I like medium weights
Hmm.
more. But Funky Kong in 8 I don't like because he has similar stats to Dry Bowser. he's tied for the fastest character in the game. However, his handling's awful, and I just can't deal with the bad handling. I'm used to the lightweight handling.
Right. Yeah, the handling is important, especially when you're going that fast on the fastest settings there.
Yeah, top speed still matters, but
Right.
like especially acceleration and handling, that's really
Mhm.
important. 'Cause, like in time trial, speed's more important than everything probably.
Right.
But
Right.
when you're in an actual race, there's items. Of course, you're gonna get hit and you're gonna lose your momentum. You need to be able to build that back up faster. That's why I
Right.
really
Unless you're
think.
running like perfect laps every time or something,
Mm,
which isn't going to happen with opponents. And
well, no, Mario Kart can just say screw you, and
yeah,
it's Mario Kart. Front running's
right.
never guaranteed the hold. Because the blue shell artists, you can get bad items, so you have no protection, stuff like
Do they have
that.
catch up logic on there too to keep people from getting too
the
far ahead?
the farther first place is ahead, the better items people behind them get.
Mm,
So first place is like really far ahead, and second place, even if it's second place is far behind, they can get like a star and stuff like that, and it's catch up and stuff like that.
okay, that's how they do
So
it. Then this is the better item.
older games used to be placement based, which was a
Mhm.
lot worse because even if first place is really far ahead and your second place really far behind, there's just nothing you can do. It's placement based. So like, oh, you're close to first. You don't need that much. When in reality, it's not how it is. But the newer games do distance based, which is a lot better. Now, a core strategy in Mario Kart. Sorry, I'm talking about Mario Kart so much. I like
Oh
it,
yeah,
but
yeah, whatever, yeah, whatever you want to talk about, man.
a core strategy in it is,
Mhm.
oh, they nerfed it, but it was used to call it was bagging. What you have to do is
Okay,
you just sit in the back and farm for good items, and you just smuggle them up the first place or as high place as you can, or use them. So you'll have like really good items in a really high place that you should not have normally.
okay,
But Nintendo mostly neutered that strategy because what they did in the update is that if you're not driving at a item box fast enough, or if you hit the same one twice in a row, you just get worse items because it was unhealthy for the game, but
hmm,
competitively and just in general online, there was many other good strategies. 'Cause
so,
Nintendo keeps removing movement tech from the game and all that because some people would come like casuals would complain about it and all that. Even though I'm all for more advanced movement tech, this makes it more interesting.
hmm. Is
We
there
was the
unintended things that people do in there? Like, for example, like a lot of the mechanics in Rocket League were not intended, like wave dashing and things like that. They didn't build that in. That's just stuff they found out. So they
so
have that.
in base Mario Kart 8, like on the Wii U, there was a tech called demon hopping, to where after you got a boost, you can keep hopping left like over and over and over, and you wouldn't
Hmm.
lose momentum even off road. But so many people complained about it, I guess, that they patched it out on the Switch version.
Hmm.
So that's like the only one in Mario Kart 8, other than like some. There's not a lot of ultra shortcuts, but as the chef's talking about Mario Kart Wii, it's something else. It is probably the most broken Mario Kart ever released.
Is that a
Uh,
current one that they're using now or no?
Wii, no, that's from like
No.
2009
Okay. Yeah, I haven't played any Nintendo games in a while.
or
Are they don't
2008.
do they have that on PC at all for the Mario Kart, or is that all
Yeah,
on the
emulated.
console?
If you
Emulated,
want to do
okay.
Mario Kart 8, you're probably you want to just get a capture card and all that.
Hmm.
But if you're doing Mario like Wii games and all that, just emulate it. Honestly,
Right. And that'd be like the Dolphin emulator.
yeah, that's what I use.
Okay.
Either I'm not endorsing piracy or anything,
No.
but you can just get like a CD-ROM reader and dump the ROM on there yourself for your own legal copy.
Right.
But
100%. You have to own the
I
game and all
yeah,
that to legally use those tools.
legally,
Right. which we're all about being legal here on YouTube and Twitch
yeah.
and wherever we're talking about these things. Don't do that at home if you don't own the game, ladies and
Don't
gentlemen.
I mean I can't stop you, but I'm not gonna endorse it.
Right. Absolutely. So is it? Do you have a console for Nintendo, or is it?
Yes,
You okay?
I have my Switch over there, and
Hmm.
I have a Wii, but I just emulate nowadays because I can actually capture it on my PC, and also I can upscale the resolution to be not a pixel mess.
So
Like,
you have input capture on your computer?
I use it for my Switch, but
Okay.
older consoles I emulate.
Hmm. Just because it's easier to do and set up.
It's easier to set up. I can switch between things easily, and I can just make it look prettier in general.
Right.
And I can mod it, but I haven't gotten the mods yet. But I do
Hmm.
plan on modded Mario Kart Wii.
Nice. What kind of mods do you plan on doing for that?
Mostly, so what mods we have planned is the of course CTGP, which is basically just like a lot of fan made tracks and all that, so it's a larger track selection.
Okay.
And then there's a mod. So the one of the biggest problems of Mario Kart Wii is the balancing, to where there's, let's be honest, there's one viable combo in the game where it's Funky Kong and the Flame Runner. So what
Hmm.
this mod does is it makes that the worst combo in the game now, and it balances everything else to be better than it. And it's supposed to
Okay.
make everything more balanced, so you actually see more variety in what people are using and all that. So it's not that's the same thing everywhere. This makes it more entertaining for everyone.
Right. You don't say, "Hey, this guy's going to be running the same thing. That's the only way to win." You've got a lot more options now instead of having the OP setup.
Yeah, we might put in other ones. Those are the two main ones.
Crazy Chef says, "I can't wait for modded."
Yeah, you need that mod in your life. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, I plan on some other Wii games. Like I plan on just dedicating a whole bit to Super Mario Galaxy 2, just
Hmm.
a full playthrough of the game because I just love the game. I've only played through it 100% once in my life, so I want to do it again.
Okay. Have you 100%ed a lot of games? Or is it?
I'm a completionist. It's a habit of mine. If I play a game, I usually have to play it to completion.
Got you. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of that. There's very few games I've actually got 100%, and even smaller that I've gone through, I guess, and beat, and then even smaller that I've done, the 100% achievements and stuff like that. Those are
Not
just
Isaac. Chef, I am close. I am 91% done. When am I going to finish it? Whenever I get to it.
crazy.
I'm on a character that really sucks right now, as you know, T. Lazarus, and it's really demoralizing. So it's let me recover from that mentally. But
Yeah.
I'm 91% done with Isaac. I have 585 out of 637 achievements.
Oof. What's your favorite game of all time?
Uh, I don't have one. I have favorites. Like The Binding of Isaac is up there as one of my favorites of all time.
Mhm.
Uh, Honestly, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is probably up there. That's peak Call of Duty. But it's between that and Black Ops 2. They're both peak in my opinion.
So
Uh,
Call of Duty Black Ops as far as like multiplayer or single player?
specific 2 for multiplayer and 3
Hmm.
for zombies.
Okay. So none of the campaigns. You just like the
2 has an
multi.
amazing campaign, don't get me wrong, but I like the multiplayer a lot more.
Yeah. I think my favorite all-time game. Well, it's hard to say too because there's so many. But one of my most recent ones is actually one I've beaten twice. I haven't 100% it, but it was Grand Theft Auto 5.
This is gonna sound like blasphemy. I've never played it.
There's nothing wrong with it, and it's
I'll just
not
play.
blasphemy.
I'll just play 6 when it comes out.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how they do with 6. I'm still disappointed about how they treated Red Dead Redemption, and actually Red Dead Redemption 2 online I think won one of the Steam awards for labor of love or something, and
That's ironic.
I'm thoroughly pissed about that, to be honest, because that game could have had so much more content and done a whole lot more, but they just treated it like garbage.
Mostly, I have Red Dead 2 bought on Steam. It was only
Mhm.
$20 on sale one day. I'm not gonna play
Right,
the online. I'm just gonna play it for the story, which I
right.
might stream that also, just because. Hey, that's a lot of stream. That's like a lot of content out of that game right there.
Absolutely. There's so much. That's a really beautiful game. It's done really well, and they do have a lot of,
I will say this:
a
my
lot of things. Mhm.
I've seen what you have to do to 100% that game. I will not be 100%ing that game.
And why is that? I haven't looked to see what
A
is
lot
the
of fetching.
rollback.
It's just a lot of fetching. It's just
Okay,
busy. It's just busy work. It's
so
not
you're
the
saying like
fun.
to complete all of the hunt collections, the photo collections, the fishing collections,
Yeah,
the
not
biggest
doing that.
whatever collections, all of that stuff. The
You
collecting, the collection collections, and
I like I like 100% in games because usually the challenge, like it's just you have to do like a lot of stuff that's challenging and all that. That's
Mhm.
just boring, busy work. So it's not my kind
Right,
of 100%.
right, not like
I'll,
beat X a boss with a Nerf gun or something. That
yeah,
makes it super
no.
hard, but
So I'm not gonna do that, but I will play through it because like my dad for example, he loves it. He thinks it's an absolute masterpiece.
hmm
So I know his opinion. To be fair though, he likes Stellaris, which I know it's a good game, but I
hmm
not my kind of game.
yeah.
If you know what that is.
I haven't played Stellaris. I'm a little bit familiar with it. It's a space exploration and adventure type game, right?
It's like maybe technically an RTS and you micromanage literally everything. It's just a
Oh, okay, yeah,
it's a micromanaging simulator.
yeah. I've seen some buddies play Stellaris on
Not
Discord. I've
not my
watched
cup
their
of tea.
games. Right,
I don't want to micromanage every single little thing. No.
right. And it's not even on little like you'll be building colonies on different planets and stuff too to
Mhm.
battle with that game. That's
I think
pretty
there
intense.
might be a multiplayer aspect to it also though, if I'm not wrong.
I think so. I think the people I watched were playing against each other. Like you set it up and you build
Yeah.
a world and you have AI and you.
Because I saw a YouTube short. It was a dude. He made his colony. It's named Steve. Every city, town, everything is all named Steve. So if you want to get to Steve, you gotta go to Steve, take a left at Steve, then take a right at Steve, and you'll arrive at Steve.
That's hilarious.
Hey man. But yeah, not my kind of stuff though.
No, the
Yeah.
a lot of people said with the Red Dead 2 also is that it's just like a slower game. I mean, it's nice for being immersive in things like that, but as far as like high activity, you got lots of time, like sort of downtime in between.
Yeah, well, I would like that. Those that game's like it's cinematic, so it's like you're what I've seen. It's like you're playing in a movie. So I think I'll
Right.
like it still.
Yeah, it's definitely immersive in that aspect. If you do have the fast travel options and things like that, but if you
Yeah,
get into the game, it's a lot of fun. I actually wanted to get into role playing on Red M, and at some point in time, develop a character and role play in that world because it is such a good world.
yeah. I know one of the subjects I sent you was that. Of course, I work at McDonald's. Do you have any questions for a McDonald's employee by chance?
Yeah, what's the craziest thing you saw there? Like behind the scenes,
Oh,
like
this isn't behind the scenes, but one time one of our bushes burned down
a
because
bush burned down.
someone threw a cigarette at it, and we put it out 3 times, and it kept reigniting. I don't know
Oh my
why.
gosh, that's crazy.
One time a fight broke out between two employees, and it got so violent, like they grabbed and dragged her like by the hair over the counter and stuff like that, and took it
Whoa,
aside to beat her and all that.
holy cow!
Yeah, it was not pretty.
Did were the police involved with that? They've come
No,
back.
they left. They left before. They were both
Uh,
fired that instantly, though.
Right, right. That's pretty crazy.
But
I didn't work at a fast. Well, I did work at a fast food place for a short while, but I had a fun fast food adventure that you may appreciate. Me and my buddies, after one late night, we went to a Burger King in the next town or whatever, and we knew the people that worked at that Burger King, and they threw food at us through the window, and we threw food back at them, and next thing you know, we're having a food fight at Burger King, so much that they brought up their old tomatoes and stuff, and we're up on the roof of Burger King launching tomatoes at us, and we're throwing food back at them. So it turned into this massive food fight outdoors. It was a lot of fun.
I wish I had a story like that.
Yeah.
We'd be fired for that, though.
Right. I mean, the people probably would be now. I don't know, and they might even have gotten fired at the time. I don't know, but this was probably like 25 years ago, so it was a long time ago. Things weren't quite the same with.
They were as heavily monitored, probably.
Right. Yep.
There's cameras everywhere. I'll be honest though, they don't usually check it, and our GM is really cool because she usually just lets us steal food. Doesn't really, as long as it's not too much, she don't really care.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That is nice. Get a little snack here and there.
I'll be honest. The only thing keeping me there, though, is the fact they pay above minimum wage.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
But you can jump in the sink when you go to quit.
Yeah, that's what Crazy Chef asked.
No, what I'm gonna do when I quit is I'm gonna take a fryer basket, fill it full of ice cubes, and put it in the fryer. So when I leave, the store goes down with me. For legal reasons, I am not doing that.
Right. No, yeah. You're not supposed to advertise those types of things. Now if it happens, they're going to look to you and be like, oh, he said it, and you can get framed now. People out here framing you at your local McDonald's.
Oh, they love me. They would never.
Yeah. How long have you been working there?
Unfortunately, 2 years.
All right. It's all right. It's a high school job. We've got someone waving in the background.
Yeah, it's Glacial.
Glacial's waving. I'm here in the back. Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm here in the background. Thank you, Glacial. I got a beanie in the background now. She's not on the... Hey, we got John Malin in here. Thank you so much for popping in, John. He's one of my buddies. He's on YouTube.
Hey, John.
John is man. Go check him out too. He's an independent comic book creator. He does YouTube videos as well. He used to work for Marvel. He is currently doing Comicsgate, and he is an amazing individual, personal friend of mine since high school. But thank you for popping in, John, and putting in your question marks. But if you want the best comics that are being made right now that aren't politically correct and guided by all this PC and extreme leftism, go check them out. Pac-Man says, I asked who that was over on Kick. Also, cat on the seat. Yeah. Oh, who's that in the background? Just curious on Kick. Thank you. I got it up there. I just don't check over to that side as often, and that's what I was talking about, the multiple chats. But you already said that's Glacial. Does Glacial do gaming and streaming, or get into your streaming at all?
He doesn't really stream, but he pops in for other people's streams every now and then, maybe. Like on Mythic, Mythic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll play Survivor with him every now and then stream. Okay. But he's just a friend of ours. He's a regular chatter in my streams and all that.
Nice.
Oh, also it's a real life personal friend.
Right, of course. I mean, they're right there behind you.
I would say him and Chef are both personal friends in real life. All right.
So back to the McDonald's stuff. Do you have any other wild stories that you can tell or crazy things?
I didn't sign any NDAs. I don't think I did, at least. But
okay.
I don't think I don't. If I did, I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
I remember signing a contract that said that they can fire me anytime. They don't need a reason. I can be fired for no reason. There's nothing I can do. I can't sue about it or anything.
A lot of places do that, and at will work environment usually get that type of thing at most any places, and then they have other ones where you can't do that type of work for X amount of years and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would say I know for unions or banned, if you're in a union, you're out just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot of places, unfortunately. But
are you gonna keep working there when you start going to college?
No, I'm moving 50 miles away. I get a job somewhere else.
So you're gonna move? Are you living on campus?
Yeah, you're required to for at least your freshman year.
Okay. Mythic says, I feel terrible.
I'm sorry, man. What's wrong?
Right, we're gonna talk about why Mythic feels terrible here. Beanie is definitely wanting to get attention. She's gonna start stepping on keyboards and stuff. Are you gonna push the buttons, Beanie?
Oh, so I have my own cat. Every now and then he'll meow, cry, and like scratch at my door wanting in.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, where's Lola?
I had him on stream one time.
Yeah.
Someone yelled.
What kind of pets do you have?
3 dogs. Nope. 4 dogs, 3 cats, a bird, and a guinea pig.
Oof, you got a whole menagerie over there. Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite or one that's going to go with you to dorm or no?
None of them would come with me. My mom made sure of that. She loves them too much. I do have a favorite,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but that's one of my dogs.
Okay.
Like a son
You're
to
going to miss
me.
your dog?
Oh well.
Are you going to miss your dog?
He's like a son to me. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. What kind of dog is it?
I have no idea. He's a mutt.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get we don't get purebred animals. We just get we have a Chihuahua and
Mhm.
he's part Chihuahua, part something else. But we do have a cocker. We have a lab and a cocker spaniel also.
Mm-hmm.
But
They like shelter dogs or ones you get
yeah,
from friends and stuff.
our oldest dog Bella, we just found her one day. Couldn't find the owner. Kept her. Had her since like I was like 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Other dog, Sammy. We had him for 3 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and we just got him because my mom was coping with like one of our other dogs dying. She got him to cope with it, but he wasn't the same. He was like small enough in stature, so she got another dog, which is a teacup Chihuahua, like a previous one, and we have her. Of course, I love them all. And the Cocker Spaniels kind of got thrown on us, so we didn't have the heart to give her away. Obviously, just kept her.
Right. Yeah.
The cats we've had for like 5 years now, maybe, but we just got them one day. And that's about it. No story behind them, really.
Right. Yeah, this little one here that's bugging me all the time is Beanie. She was from the shelter, and we got her as like a coping animal when our other cat Duders had passed away, and my wife wanted to get another kitty. So it was kind of like my wife's birthday Christmas present, and we believe, and I'm almost 100% sure that this cat right here is a hybrid wildcat. It's like what you call a Bengal cat. If you look up marbled Bengal cat, that's essentially what she is. She fits all of the character traits. She plays fetch. She looks like it. So I'm pretty sure that she's a marbled Bengal cat, and if she wasn't a shelter cat, she'd be kind of an expensive kitty. But she is definitely her own personality, which is super cool.
Yeah, that's cool. What was I gonna say? Uh-oh. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, no problem. What are you streaming on Friday? Or Thursday, rather. I'm sorry, tomorrow.
It's either gonna be more DBD or it's gonna be a single player game that I yet to be decided.
Okay.
But more than likely more DBD because that's just my default option for right now.
Right. Right now, Thursdays, I run streams with Pac-Man is Back, who's going to be on the podcast next week. And we're doing Co-op Carnage on Thursday, where we do co-op campaign games, and we're going through Borderlands series. I'm expecting I'll have that stream tomorrow, but I don't know what other stuff that I do. But if you're interested in participating in something like that, it might be something. We've got bunny ears behind you.
Oh.
All right, Glacial.
So if I'm home for that, I'll probably be at work though, most likely.
Yeah.
That says tomorrow, but
yeah.
But what's I gonna say? I've only played through one Borderlands game fully, and that was pre-sequel.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I liked it. Yeah, I played like halfway through Borderlands 2, which I like 2 more in pre-sequel, but I haven't played through it all the way.
Yeah.
I play with Crazy Chef and one of my other personal friends.
Yeah.
I played Claptrap the entire time.
Nice.
Yeah, they didn't like me very much.
No.
Farewell, it is my turn.
Claptrap's hilarious. It's one of
Oh,
my favorite.
I
favorite
loved them so
characters.
much.
I haven't played all of the pre-sequel. I've played probably about half. I've played Borderlands 2 all the way through, and played a lot of Borderlands 2. I didn't play a whole lot of Borderlands 1 until this playthrough that we've played. But we're looking to go through all of the Borderlands games on Thursday nights. It's fun.
Yeah.
And then other stuff from there. Crazy Chef says I played Doppelganger. I don't remember Doppelganger. Was that on the pre-sequel?
Oh yeah, he was.
Okay.
It was you know who Doppelganger is. He's just Jack.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Okay. Did you play the Telltale games at all? Do you get into that type of stuff?
As a kid, I played Minecraft Story Mode. That's about it.
Okay. Did you like the Minecraft Story Mode Telltale game?
As a kid, yes. As an adult, no.
No. Okay. It seems like the humor might not be too great.
The writing's really bad.
Yeah.
The writing's so bad that it's good sometimes, but sometimes just
Right.
straight up bad.
There's a couple games that I really enjoyed from them that I played, like some of the Walking Dead series that I played was really good.
There's the other two biggest ones I would say is Walking Dead and Batman.
Yeah, I didn't play Batman. It looked interesting. But the other one that I know a lot of people liked as well is Wolf Among Us. It's really good for original IP from them.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with that one, that's like fictional storytale characters, and the big bad wolf is a cop, and you get to play good cop or bad cop type of thing. I never beat the whole thing, but that one seemed pretty fun too.
Yeah.
And that studio is unfortunate that they aren't making well, I don't know if they're making them again or not. I think they might have some new stuff, but it's really not the same thing.
What, Telltale?
Yeah.
They're a business.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I thought maybe that there was something else, like they had some other game that they were finishing or that they were doing. I don't know.
Another Walking Dead game, I believe.
Yeah.
They probably have other projects too, but I know a Walking Dead one got canceled, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much everything out of that studio got canceled because they dropped the whole studio. But I was thinking that somebody might be picking them up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that really makes me mad because there was one game of theirs I was watching recently. I wanted to play. It was their poker game they made with some iconic characters like Sam, Max, TF2 Heavy, Ash Williams, a bunch of other people. It's called Poker Night. I think it's just called Poker Night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a nice poker game. I was gonna buy it on Steam. I'm like, oh wait, the Telltale game. So it's gone.
Right.
So that's sad.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can get it through like other means, but I don't think it's any legal way to purchase it, which is really unfortunate.
Right.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's my problem with a lot of media, is that like if I had the option to purchase it legally, like from the distributor, I would. I'm not saying I pirate anything. I'm just saying it would force me to.
Right.
Which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, especially like I know like when it comes to games like that, specifically Nintendo's really bad about that. Where their older consoles, they'll shut down like the 3DS and they shut down the eShop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sad. Are you gonna re-release this in any way? No. But don't pirate our games. But you can't buy them.
Right. That's so unfortunate. They have those games that you can't acquire by any other means, really.
They're like, well, what do you want me to do then? I want to play these games.
Right. EA did something really that kind of upset me with a game that they had made that I had purchased, and it was called Darkspore. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the game Spore. Spore.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, it was a Maxis hit. The guy that made The Sims and things like that, he made a game called Spore, which you start out as like a little amoeba, and you go through time and you develop into a bigger amoeba, and you get you can, it had really interesting creature customization with that particular game.
I'm
And
looking at Spore right now on Steam.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they had a game that they built off of that called Dark Spore, which you could make the Spore-like characters, which you had different crazy monsters. You had the ability to play with other players on there. It was sort of like a Diablo-style procedurally generated game. It was a lot of fun, and like an action adventure hack and slash. And you'd have these characters that you would level up through there. And the game was out for only a couple years. And the only way to play it was if they had their servers online, and they took their servers down and canceled support for it. So there was literally no way you could play that game ever after they stopped it. You couldn't do single player, and I was really upset about that in a way because I spent money on the game, and it was a lot of fun, even to play single player or offline or co-op, and just some bad business practices with that type of stuff. So not having physical copies can be a bad thing too in certain situations.
Yeah, I'm always I like physical copies and all that, but digital is just so much easier. So I always just buy digitally still,
Right.
which is what they want you to do. But
And it's good if they'll still support it, and you'll still have it available, and they'll still have compatibility, which fortunately a lot of games are with things like Steam. And
the problem with Steam though, like they'll never pull the rug themselves and all that, but technically they have the right to take away their game from you at any time.
Right.
Because when you buy a game on Steam, you don't own the game.
No,
all you do, you buy a key to access the game, and they can revoke. They can take away the game at any time. You can have your key, but they can take the game away.
Right, and that's any online digital distribution. You sign a contract like that. It's a right to use the product. You don't own the game at all. I mean, and that's anything. And even with reproducing the game online and things like that to show that stuff. Technically, they have all the rights for that stuff too. Well, the game developer might, but yeah, that's the only downside is you don't actually own anything. Even if you buy like media on Amazon, like a movie or something like that, you're not buying the movie to own physically. No. You have a right to use it through their platform.
God, I hate Amazon Video Player so much. It sucks.
What do you hate about it?
Its UI.
Okay. I 100% agree with you on the UI. Like, I have Prime and watch the video, and what I really hate about it is, like, if you go to look up a particular show or something like that, instead of having the seasons all put into one collection, it's like season 1, video 1, season 1, video 2, season, and then it's just the search is just ridiculous. And how you get around it. It's a little better, but
Hulu's like fine, Netflix is fine. I don't know. My problem with streaming services in general nowadays is it used to be so convenient because you're like maybe like 1 to 3 big people and that's it. So if you'd pay for 3 services, it's fine. What people are doing now, they want a piece of that pie, so they'll take their license away, or they won't renew their license and pull from Netflix or Hulu, whatever, and put it on their own service. And now you have to pay for that service on top of other ones. Or when it's really bad, like one show, like say a show has 16 seasons.
Yeah.
One, like Netflix may have seasons 1 through 4. Then Hulu has like 5 and 6. And then Amazon only has 8 or like 7. Stuff like that. It's just all spread out. And then you have to pay for all these services just to watch one show.
Right.
And it's just it's just as bad as cable TV nowadays.
It is essentially. I mean, it's nice to have things a la carte and you get what you want, but you have to pay for what you get too in a way. It is.
It still doesn't affect me too much though, because I'm gonna be honest, YouTube is like my main form of TV nowadays.
Mm-hmm. And that's where those people are competing with and why they want to get their market share. So, I mean, people like, Cinemax and HBO and Showtime and all that, they'll try to run their own, or they'll be tied with your local cable provider. So that way you get the cable channels as well.
They'll just never compete unless they're free with ads. They can't be too atrocious. It has to be free is a problem, but it can't be too annoying with the ads. Otherwise, they'll just leave. So you gotta strike that happy middle ground.
And I think one thing that like Netflix, for example, is doing very well is having their own created content where Netflix makes their own shows. And that kind of is where those other studios are coming to, like Cinemax and HBO and stuff like that. But
my problem with Netflix originals is most of them suck. There's like a few
That's
good
true.
ones.
That is true.
Like, not for every Squid Game you have like 10. I can't think of a bad show off the top of my head. 10 Big Mouths.
Right. The other thing that's kind of neat in a way, but maybe not for everybody, but I think is kind of neat, is that they diversify and they have a lot of multicultural shows on there. So they'll be, shooting shows in India or wherever as well, and have a lot of different
Let's say
things.
diversity and all that. I like it's fine and all that. It's just like you can't just go, hey, this is diversity, and have it as an excuse for poor writing. If you want to be diverse, you still have to have like good writing and all that.
Right.
Which is something that a lot of people forget about. Like,
Right.
that's cool, you have representation, but you're doing it
Right.
such a disservice.
Right, to have low quality product and be like, hey, we've got this Reese's Pieces, but it's called like Riso Piso, and it's just like littler. You only get a half of one or something. Like, wait a minute, this isn't the same.
I know. Netflix used to ask to share with your family. Now you're not allowed to. Yeah, the whole password sharing crackdown. I think it's such a mess.
Yeah.
What's bad about it worked. Their sales and subscriptions boosted from that, so they're gonna keep doing it because it worked. That's really sad. I thought it was gonna backfire horrendously, but I guess what do I know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Unfortunately, how we ingest media is crazy and corrupt as ever.
Yeah, the consumerism is crazy. Like this whole, from what I've seen, this whole Stanley Cup thing. It's just a thermos. Hey, have you seen
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
So what it's trending lately? It's a brand called Stanley, and people are freaking out about the cups and all that. Like, it's just a huge new, like, I'm gonna say it's a fad. People are gonna get over it.
Yeah.
But it's being heavily marketed. It's like the Crocs of cups.
Okay. So
It's
basically, just like a thermos cup made from a brand called Stanley, called the Stanley Cup.
I guess they just have like similar marketing strategies to Crocs, because it's the same guy. It's the executive marketer from Crocs is marketing the Stanley Cups, so the same thing's happening.
Right.
I don't get it why people like it so much. It's just a thermos. That's like triple digit price, but
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is
or
crazy.
near triple digits at least.
I think I did see someone like with a Facebook post saying they're not getting a Stanley Cup, and I didn't know what they were talking about until just now. I was like, they're too expensive. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I have my 20-ounce thermos. Yep, works just fine. Keeps it cold, keeps it hot.
I've actually got mine. Hold on, I'll be right back. This bad boy. There it is. There's the stair cam. There's my thermos, straight from Tennessee. 50,000 channel points. I don't think you get any more. It was off of Corey's Got This stream.
Oh, that's a nice cup.
Yeah. Pac-Man says he has 3 of those Stanley thermos, and they're like 15 years old now.
Yeah, they were a company around for a long time, but I guess in recent years they did a massive rebranding. It used to be associated with like for the workman, stuff like that.
Right. It sounds like it, like a Stanley. When I think of Stanley, I think of the tape measure. I mean, that's iconic.
Yeah, so it was a workman's cup, and nowadays it's like just something for teen girls or as teens, and like some people say millennial moms, stuff like that. They completely changed their marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you look at their older cups, like that's like a outdoors workman cup and stuff like that.
Right, like your forever life cup that you'll have and just get beat up and
your dull grays and greens, stuff like that. Now it's like bright and colorful and all that.
Okay. I look back knowing you were going to be staring into the camera. All right, chef. Well, do we have any questions from the community? Get your questions in there. So, do you have any good stories that you want to tell? Do you have a great story, inspiring, funny, real life, video game, whatever, some sort of epic tale that you want to tell?
Well, maybe while I think of something actually good. Today I slipped and fell running on asphalt.
Oh, no. Was it like slippery asphalt, or did you just have
It
a
was just
foot
wet.
fail?
It rained here today.
Oh, okay. What area of the country are you in?
Southeast Missouri.
Southeast Missouri? Okay.
Weather's up in the air always here.
Mhm. Chef says, yep, I was dying. Southeast Missouri.
I was running towards the car, and I just
Mhm.
slipped, and I smacked on the car and all that, fell to the ground.
Well, hopefully you didn't get hurt too bad.
No, I was laying on my butt.
Apparently, I mean, you're here, so hurts your pride more than anything, huh? Chef says he saw it happen.
For interesting stories, I live a fairly mundane life. Like, I have stories, but I really have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I can tell this. When I was in third grade, can't remember how old I was then. I peeled my knee open. So what do you think caused that? How do you think me, a wee little child, could have done that?
I would imagine being in shorts at school, running and like sliding on your knees and having the skin just peel off on the ground. That's what I would think. But
in my house, I was running in the house. You were right about the running part. I scraped my knee against a doorway, and it peeled it right open.
Dang. The whole, like, peeled off the skin and everything. Did you have to get stitches?
Oh, yeah, I did.
So we got John Malin here saying, shout out Union, Missouri. Half my family lives there.
You could top... Chef can top that. He has the most insane childhood injury. I'll let him talk with that in the comments. But another thing, not injury, but I lost it. I don't know.
Do you know where Union is? Just to go back on that for a second.
Shout out Union. I do not know where Union is.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me look it up on Google Maps real fast.
Okay. While you're doing that, I can tell a little bit about my Union story. John will be familiar with this because he was there. And sorry. I still got a little bit of the coronavirus going, kind of coming off of some coronavirus stuff going. But half of his family was there. And when we were 16, we were looking to get our driver's license. And we decided, I already had my license and I had a vehicle. I had this GMC Jimmy. And we decided to take a road trip over the summer to go to Missouri so that way he could get his driver's license. You didn't have to have driver's ed there. That was the reason being. So we were just going to go down there. He was going to take the test, get his license, come back, and use his aunt's address, which is exactly what happened. So we drove down there, and part of this adventure, we got sidetracked around St. Louis, Missouri. We ended up stopping off in the ghetto, like straight up projects, boarded up the cardboard or, wooden walls and stuff like that, dude. It was kind of crazy. And we went to his, I'll keep it short, but on the way back, we did not have, now I don't think I can be held accountable. This is way too long ago and nobody has actual proof. But we only had so much money to get back, not enough money to get gas for the whole way back even. So what we did is just before state lines, we would stop and fill up the gas tank and we'd cover up the license plate and drive because we didn't have money to get back. So that's how we got home from Missouri, was doing gas and goes at the state line every way back. But yeah, kind of an interesting, funny Missouri story. And Highway X was out that way and a lot of fun stuff. A lot of good memories.
Yeah. I used to have to go up to St. Louis myself as a kid. because I had really bad scoliosis as a younger kid. Without any surgery or anything, though, it miraculously just cured itself over time. My spine has straightened itself out, which apparently is something they have never seen before. Apparently,
Right. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. So if anybody doesn't know what scoliosis is, it is like where your spine is crooked, essentially, right?
Yeah, it's like instead of your spine being like this, it's kind of like, or like that.
Yep. And it can cause issues with walking and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, like I guess I don't know the odds of that happening anymore, but I guess they're very slim. So,
Right.
a little inspiring medical story for that. I do still suffer from very minor kyphosis nowadays, which that's up here in your spine, and what that is, it's a little hunch. It's very mild for me, so nothing's gonna cause any problems.
Is that something you have to watch out long term, like keep your posture and like not be hunched
Oh, it's all
over?
posture. Yeah, I need to have better posture, but I just don't.
Right. A lot of people don't. I don't know.
But I think that's self-inflicted. I don't think it was natural. I think my bad posture has made that happen. Most people, that happens to in their lives over time. But nice nowadays.
So Crazy Chef has this story in chat. We're gonna say real quick here. So when I was 3, I was watching Blue's Clues and I saw the salt and pepper shakers come up, and I was so excited that I pulled the box TV off the table and fractured my skull. Woof! Chef, I don't even know, man. Having your skull fractured from the TV from Blue's Clues, like I don't know what you think as a child having that happen to you. But I can just imagine the parents going crazy. They're going to be mad and scared at the same time. Oh, and a skull. Oh, buddy. I'm glad you're okay from that. I mean, that sounds like pretty brutal, having a skull fractured from a TV. Oh, we got another story. So he says, I no longer like Blue's Clues. I don't blame you. And John, this is about the Missouri trip. He says he forgot about that. I remember trying to get you to leave Dan at a rest stop because he was so high and needed to get back up to 65. I forgot about that too. Oh my gosh. Me and John had some adventures in our day. He was one of my friends in grade school and in high school and post high school. Misadventures mostly.
I'll say I haven't really done too much in my time here, but I know one time I was going, I can't remember what town I was going up to, but I was at a stoplight, got rear-ended, and they just hit me and ran.
Oh wow!
No damage
Were you driving?
to the car, though. No, I was parked.
Oh, it didn't damage your car?
No, I was parked at a stoplight. I was a driver, but
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't file a report or anything. I just remember because I was joking about that. Like, don't worry, I'll get T-boned. I'll file for insurance. I'll get a nice new car out of it. It'll be fine.
Right,
I actually got hit that day.
Yeah, that's funny. Nothing happened though. Just I had someone do that to me. I was in a parking lot and I had this 1973 Catalina. It's this giant boat of a car, like the old Detroit Steel, like 3,000-pound vehicle, and this other car next to me was some young person driving it, and they backed out of their spot and their car hit the back end of my car. Like as they're backed out, my car's here. Let me see if I've got some vehicles I can. No, I actually don't. I don't have vehicles. I had some Rocket League cars here. Anyway, my car was so big that when they backed out and backed into the back corner of my car, and it was so much that my car, we're shaking in the car like this, like holy cow, and I look out at their car, and their whole like quarter panel by their tire was all crunched in and everything like that, and they just kept going and driving. And I wouldn't look at mine; my car was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, not at all. Catalina, legendary. Absolutely, John. We've got Catalina stories as well. We drove that boy to Chicago one time.
I'd never been up to Chicago.
It's not bad.
For the horror stories, I know like the running joke is like high crime rate and all that, but
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the farthest I've been out in the States is I went down to Florida like twice in my life. I've been there 2 times.
Nice. What kind of things did you do down in Florida?
Mostly like played in the water for a little bit, rested on the beach, did a went to like um what is it? Some key locations. It was in Destin we went to. That's the farthest we went in, which I think is northern Florida.
Okay.
I think it's northern. Like you're not in the swampy part. It's like the beachy, nice part and all that.
Nice. Was it like family vacations?
Yes. Any shark attacks? No, but I was there a day someone did die in the water.
What? What did you?
Someone got pulled away by a riptide. I think they're called.
Wow.
Yeah, someone got pulled away, and I guess they just didn't make it back to shore. I didn't get to see it, but I
Yeah.
was on the beach the day it happened,
Okay.
so that was a
That's
little
crazy.
scary. That made me think,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I will not go past my waist in the water for the rest of this trip now.
Yeah, those riptides are no joke. I mean, they'll
No,
haul you out, and like you can't swim back. They say to swim sideways, and a lot of people
you
don't think about doing that.
swim sideways, and you feel until you stop feeling it dragging you. When you
Hmm.
stop, then you swim back to shore, or you can kind of go a little limp because a wave should help you push you back a little depending where you're at.
Right.
But you gotta know that
Right.
because
Yeah.
most people aren't gonna think about that because they're panicking because you're scared and all
Absolutely.
that. It's
Yeah.
easier said than done, obviously, but the best thing to do is keep calm.
Right. Keep calm and swim sideways to the beach, and hopefully you get a current pulling you in instead of out. That's
Yeah.
kind of the idea.
I can't speak for
riptide safety.
being calm. I probably would panic myself.
Yeah, the deep water is one thing out there, and then knowing sharks and stuff, I'd freak out a little bit myself too. And if the waves are huge, it could be a scary situation.
I'm not too
And
scared of sharks, honestly, because the
Mhm.
chances of them attacking you is not astronomically low, but very low.
Right.
You're more likely to die to a cow than you're a shark.
To die to a cow?
More people die from cows per year than sharks.
Interesting. A cow death, like tipping cows or
I guess
getting speared by
uh,
one at the rodeo or whatever.
they're
People
heavy.
are,
They
yeah,
fall
yeah,
on you. That's it.
right. And a lot of people are working hand in hand with cows too on
More people,
farms, and
more people die of vending machines per year than sharks.
that's hilarious. I believe that too. The vending machine deaths.
They
More
when
a lot
when
of
they say don't shake it, they say that for a reason.
right. This like the Darwin Awards. The people taking themselves out of the gene pool with that.
Listen, it's called natural selection.
That's right.
We let them do the thing.
Right. Exactly. That's hilarious.
Ugh.
So when you were in Florida, you didn't go to any like the amusement parks like Busch Gardens or SeaWorld or
No,
any of that stuff?
we weren't in that area.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't our vacation really to dictate what happened. Because we
Right.
were there with other family. They were like the ones that pay for the housing and all that. So we're
Mm-hmm.
mostly doing what they wanted to do.
Now, speaking of you being a high school senior, I know a lot of the big thing when I was a high school senior was a spring break. Do you have any plans for any type of fun spring break this year?
Not really.
Sit at home
We
again?
do get to do senior trips and all that.
Yeah.
Which are going up back to Destin, Florida. I
Mhm.
don't know if I'm gonna go on it or not though, because you really don't get much freedom. You just do whatever they want to do,
Yeah.
and it's mostly like like the preppy, popular people, or like the top few people that they like that really runs the show. We do what they want to do, so I don't know
Right.
if I'm doing it or not. They've already extorted so much money out of me for this. I don't know if I'm gonna back out or not. They want another $90 from me.
Yeah. That's kind of rough in a way.
Yeah, I
John
don't.
says this guy is a high school senior. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'm only 18.
Yep. He's getting ready to go to college for computer computer sciences and also minoring in video game design or something along those lines.
Yeah, along those lines.
Yep. And Crazy Chef, says we got to do something. I'm assuming you're talking for spring break. And as far as the senior trip goes, if you get the opportunity, and I know it feels like they're extorting the money out of you and things like that, but if you have the capabilities of doing something like that, good or bad, I think the memories are worth it.
So I'm only going. If my girlfriend doesn't go, I'm not going because no one else. Because like my personal friends, they're not going.
Okay.
Because,
by yourself, it might be a different experience. That's for sure.
Let's say I've told her because the money's due tomorrow. I told her like I'm not going unless you are. So you need to make up your mind because I'll go if you go. But I will have memories together and all that. I know we will.
Right. Yeah. One of the things that I remember from my senior trip, we went to Toronto, Canada, and this is it's kind of mean and kind of funny in the same way. But there was a guy that was in our room, like me and my other buddies were all like wanting to have fun, and we were all like the good kids, so we were the good kids, and we didn't have to have a chaperone in our room. This other kid that was one of the good kids was actually one of the good kids. And he went to sleep early and everything like that while me and my buddies are out sneaking out onto the roof above the pool and things like that. And we found a back way out of our place. But we decided to try to play this prank where, you're supposed to dip your hand in like warm water
and make you pee himself.
Yeah. Well, he never ended up peeing himself. And we tried the warm water thing, and we just ended up pouring the water on him anyway. just poured the warm water over his crotch, and he freaked out. He woke up. He's like, "Oh, get it off of me! Get it off of me!" And yet, it was an adventure.
God, I remember this prank where you just one is sleeping, and you kind of pour a little bit of water in a stream on them, and as they wake up, turn to look at you, your pants are like your flies unzip, so you zip up your fly and start running away.
That's funny.
And what Crazy Chef saying he can't deal with half the people in our graduating year. Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah,
I think it's for most classes at schools. Like half the people usually you will not care for.
If we can make you pee, then we'll make you look like to pee. That's basically what it was, Chef. That's what it was. And he thought he did. He thought he did, kind of. He thought he let himself. He was embarrassed.
For pranks, I didn't do it. It wasn't a prank. It's just outright crime. But I remember one year, I was in 6th grade. So I guess that was, 6 years ago. So I guess I was 12, 13. They were all 12, 13-year-olds. And it was for a thing called Beta. It's just a club that you travel and do competitions for, and all that was in it. In the hotel, people were staying, and people in the room. Someone drugged the drinks people were in. It was just melatonin or some kind of sleeping pills and all that. May have been melatonin, but they drugged the drink. They drugged the drinks with sleeping pills and all that. The huge fiasco and all that.
Yeah,
and I think the worst he got from that was only a suspension, like maybe a week suspension. That's it.
That's crazy. I mean, it is like melatonin is something that the body naturally produces, and
like I said,
it may have like an allergic reaction or anything like that, but it's still.
It may not have been melatonin. I don't know what it may have been, but it was some sort of sleeping pills. I don't know how strong they were, but it's crazy.
Crazy Chef says it is definitely a crime, and I would 100% agree. If you put any foreign substance into anybody's, food or beverage without them knowing that that's criminal activity, regardless of what it is, because they could be allergic to it or something.
Yeah, I don't like when I'm in public and all, or I'm at work and all that. Like at McDonald's, I'm gonna be honest, like it's not as bad nowadays. But like, give me like a year ago with that crew I had, people are like high half the time at work. It was that you could smell the weed off it, like from a mile away. It was bad.
Right.
Smell awful there, and I don't know. I just didn't trust people. So if I left my drink unattended for a long enough amount of time, I was like, no, I just threw it away.
I mean, that's smart, especially if you're around questionable people and things like that. You never know what some people are going to do these days.
Yep. As Crazy Chef said, that same kid that did that, Vandal. They were doing a college tour. Don't know where. It was for a class, and they were. I think. He can correct me if I'm wrong. He spray painted some airplane parts or something like that that they were working on for a project, and also were just genuinely being obnoxious. I can't remember if that kid or another kid, but they were being like racist towards other people and all that. Like
Mm,
it was bad.
that's wild.
Like there is some bad people at our school.
Right.
That
I
is.
mean, that's the kid that's probably going to have to go to jail a few times, and hopefully they learn a lesson. But that just sounds like that might be the destination for their life at some point in time. Whether or not that's good or bad, it's all experiences. People go through stuff. But
Yeah, I like
hopefully
joking.
learns.
I like joking with my friends, my girlfriend about like who in our class will likely end up in jail or be dead in like the next 5 years.
Right.
We
Well,
use
that
like
guy.
speculate. So we've already had plenty of people drop out and all that too.
hmm
But you see people come and go.
Yeah.
But
Is it a big school that you're at right now?
no,
Yeah.
it's small. Everyone knows each other.
Right. And that's how my school was. I'm Southeast Michigan, so it's sort of Metro Detroit area, but where I grew up for school, it was rural. And my school had, I think my freshman year of school had almost 100 students in the freshman year, like if you look at the yearbook. And then if you look at the senior year yearbook, there's less than 40, I think, in the graduating senior class. So like
Oh,
we lost like half of our student body throughout those 4 years and ended up only having like 40 kids in our graduating
I
class. It was
think the
wild.
biggest our class was in the 40s,
hmm
and we're in the low. I think we have 36.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god. So a kid, we joked the meth lab. We think it is. It was. Yeah,
It
his
blew up his
shed
shed.
blew up and shook almost the entire town.
Oh my gosh. So you think that the kid may have been? Is it the same kid? The same kid that
No,
painted
it's a
the?
different
Oh, okay.
different one. He dropped out. This one
Oh,
dropped
okay.
out. But no, yeah, he blew up. He blew up his shed and it shook like the entire town. It was. We thought an earthquake happened or something.
That's crazy.
Or at least I did.
Right. That's
But
just wild.
yeah, it's a wild things going on in this town.
hmm I mean, sometimes in small towns it's like that. There's not much else to do. We spend a lot of time like driving around, smoking dope, and whatnot. I don't really do
And
that
don't
anymore.
and don't worry if you want to see a few crackheads or two. Stop by our Dollar General. That's all you'll see there.
uh,
We
yeah.
recently got a Family Dollar. It's much nicer than a Dollar General. It's actually clean and not like
Okay.
dirt always on the floor and all that.
Nice.
They're more expensive, but I just go there because it's like a much cleaner environment.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you pay the extra dollar to go to the Family Dollar as opposed to the Dollar General.
Yeah. Well, Dollar Generals can be nice because like one next town over, it's a really nice Dollar General. Ours is
Right.
just a crap hole.
Yeah, it all depends because I think those are like franchised out in a way, like whoever
Yeah.
owns it,
It all
how much
depends
they
on
pay their
management.
right, how much they pay their employees, and what type of employees they get to take care of it. So yeah, it's definitely management, and they don't hold to so many standards. I know around here, like the COVID time, a lot of those dollar stores that are really kind of understaffed to begin with were even worse off because they didn't have people to work in them. So you'd have like one person running the cash register, stocking the shelf, cleaning it, doing everything because people just weren't there. They didn't have employees.
Yeah, say our McDonald's compared to other ones. Like I was one time recently reading this, or I was watching a video of Reddit stories about McDonald's and all that, and like
hmm
their McDonald's have much higher standards than ours. I'm learning.
Okay,
like,
so yours is
like
pretty lax on it.
it's pretty lax on a lot of standards. We're like dirty, but our cleaning standards are not as high as other ones.
hmm
But we have a generally lower staff. Like our restaurant's never disgusting or anything. It's just not perfect, pristine most of the time.
hmm
But that's a lot of fast food places.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you let's say you never want to see how the sausage is made.
Uh, do you want to share the details on that, or is that something you can't?
Oh, I meant that as a metaphor.
Oh, okay.
Not literally our sausage. I was saying, our sausage is just frozen patties in the freezer.
And just slap it on the grill or whatever.
Fun fact: almost all your breakfast stuff is just heated up in a microwave.
Okay. All pre-cooked and everything.
All of it is in a microwave. I will say though, McDonald's does use real eggs for your sunny side up eggs. They do
Okay.
freshly crack and cook eggs freshly. That's like the only fresh thing we serve is our sunny side up eggs.
There you go. Sunny side up at McDonald's. Sunny side up eggs is you're gonna get the freshest food at McDonald's that way.
Scrambled is just frozen patties also.
So like the egg patties, they throw them in the microwave and break it up.
I think they throw the egg patties on the grill to heat them up.
Okay.
Egg and biscuits. Yep.
So the biscuits are like from scratch, fresh biscuits too, or those come out of a box? And
No, I was just reading Pac-Man's back. But no. Biscuits are frozen. McGriddles are frozen. All that. Which I still love me a McGriddle to this day. I love McGriddles.
I mean, there's something about the food.
Even though I eat that food almost every day, I still can't hate it. It's just like it's like the most average food to me nowadays because of how much I eat it. As a kid, I loved it and all that. Now I'm just kind of emotionless towards McDonald's food.
Right. Which might be a good thing down the road.
Yeah.
Pac-Man says at the local Mickey D's, biscuits are made fresh.
Yours? Really? Ours are not.
McGriddles go crazy.
It must be a franchise. It must be a franchisee thing.
Probably.
Because I know some McDonald's have like chicken tenders and all that. We don't have that.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, but I'm sure you have nuggets, but just not tenders.
Yeah, we have nuggets, obviously.
Yeah. All the nuggies.
But we don't get spicy nuggets when other McDonald's do.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that promotion goes around.
It must have to do with local distribution of products or something like that.
Yeah. We don't get spicy McChickens either.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do instead is I do a McChicken, add spicy pepper sauce. That's how I get around it.
Okay. Do you have like a secret menu there that people will order off of like that?
No, but you can really ask for anything. We'll do it.
Okay.
Like if you want a McDouble, but you want one of the patties to be a McChicken, you can do that.
Okay.
We will literally, like we're forced to. We will do anything you ask, food wise, as long as it's in obviously health safety parameters.
As long as it's a food item that you're able to sell, basically, right?
As long as we're not doing anything disgusting to it, we will probably have to do it.
Yeah. What's the wildest thing you made like that?
Someone wanted a quadruple Big Mac one time.
Okay.
Like, it was so big it couldn't nowhere near fit in the box. Can I get 5 patties
on a cheeseburger?
What you want to do then is a triple cheeseburger, add 2 patties. That'd be the cheapest way to do that.
See, even got the cheapest way to do it. That's awesome.
So yeah, I try to go about bringing things up the cheapest way possible so people don't get scammed out of their money. Because over time, throughout the 2 years I've been there, I've seen the prices slowly rise up and up and up and up and up and up and up.
Has your pay been doing that too?
No.
No, of course not.
I get paid $14-15 an hour.
Okay.
That's with that's with raises over time. A little like tiny little raises.
Right, your 90-day or 6-month review or whatever.
It used to be 6. With our new franchisee, it's once a year.
Okay, annual review. That's rough.
Yeah, it is. I'm supposed to get another raise eventually for being a crew trainer. So I've not gotten that raise yet, which is just a step above just a regular employee.
Mm-hmm.
Like a step. It's like you don't have power, but you're just a higher class employee, basically.
Right. They delegate more responsibility to you and having to train other individuals. So they want you to be sort of like a role model to other people, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. And don't worry, for that role, you get a whopping extra 30 cents.
Woo! Big bucks.
Yeah.
A raise is a raise, though. Hey, if you want to move up and get a little extra money, that 30 cents, over your 20 hours, it's another what?
I love I've been doing that kind of work for free.
$7.
Time.
Right.
Extra 60 free? Are you serious?
Extra 60 cents here. Holy cow, man!
You lucky little man.
Moved up from $7 a week on your 20 hours to 15.
Let's say at least we get paid 14. We get you start at 14 an hour at our McDonald's, which is like if you're a high schooler, that's fine and all that. But obviously, if you're a trying to provide for a family, it's not going to work.
Right.
But that's a
lot of it is.
Yeah, let's say for a lot of places, I think nowadays isn't like the living wage is it in the 20s realistically?
I mean, probably. I don't know offhand.
I think
really
at least 20.
but...
I think it's at least 28 an hour is what you have to make to realistically live comfortably.
Right. That's to have a car, a house, and all that stuff.
Provide food and table for the whole family and all that.
A family, yep.
So basically enough to not struggle and have to worry about, I have enough money for the end of the month.
Right. Yep. And that also varies geographically as well. So if you're in Manhattan, you're going to be looking at probably double that or triple it.
I can't remember what year that was this statistic was taken. There are 3 states in the U.S. that you can realistically live off of 15 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's Arkansas. I think one's a territory. 2 of them state and one's a territory. I know Arkansas is one. I think it's West Virginia or somewhere around West Virginia.
Okay.
And I think some U.S. territory.
Like Puerto Rico or something like that.
Maybe. But somewhere around there. I think it's insane.
So $14 an hour after 6 months trial period goes to $14.50.
Your franchisee is a lot more generous than ours.
Yeah.
Do y'all get free meals or like a store employee discount? Could we get a free meal if you work 6 hours one day? You have to work 6 hours to get a free meal.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's not bad.
You don't get a store discount anymore. We used to have a 50% store discount, but now
nice.
we lost that with our new franchisee, and we just have the 30% discount in the app.
Okay.
4.5 hours or more, so the threshold's a lot lower for you.
Right, by 30 minutes.
Actually,
you said 6 hours, right? An hour and a half.
Yeah. Which I usually work 6 to 8 hour shifts, so.
Mm-hmm.
Still, yeah.
When you go to college, are you going to be looking to keep working? Are you going to switch over to a McDonald's over there? Or?
I'm either going to switch or it's fine. I may work on campus. I don't know. I know I'm going to have to work, though. I can't survive without working.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I can get income from streaming. Yeah, it's not happening.
Right. I mean, that's possible, too, if you stick with it. And, if you build up over the summer, potentially.
I would love to make a little this extra small income from streaming just to help me save up for college better and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not my priority of streaming. It's mostly just to have fun. It should be a nice
social
bonus.
thing that's sort of productive, and you're going to be playing video games anyway, huh?
Yeah, I would say if YouTube pops up enough, I might be able to get a tiny bit of ad revenue.
Right. You're right, and you might get some ad revenue too from streaming on Twitch and stuff once you get affiliated. I do like that they changed the affiliate agreement with Twitch and now made it where you can live stream to multiple platforms for income.
So yeah, that was the only good thing Twitch has done in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They also loosened up a lot on their other, I would say, more adult-centered activities in a way.
You want to talk about those 2 days that happened on the platform when they said, "Oh yeah, nudity is just straight up allowed." For 2 days, it's crazy.
I wasn't aware of what happened for those 2 days. I do know that they changed it and that they've loosened up a lot, but I didn't know they loosened that much.
It was as long as it's artistic, then Yeah, so if you went to the art category,
He says, I don't want
it,
to talk about that.
it
Dark
was not the
times.
it was not the purple site. It became the orange site.
Right. That's crazy. But I mean,
I
they had to do something in that regards because they were
yeah,
losing
but that
people to
was
other
the
platforms and stuff.
dumbest. Yeah, but the way they went about that, board members had to sit down and say, "Yeah, this is a good idea." I don't know how that happened
No, I don't know either.
because Twitch should
Uh,
not be like a very like pervy site and all that. There's other sites for that, and that is not what Twitch is for.
right, absolutely. You know, as far as that type of thing goes, I mean, there's a
Like I'm not,
fine
I'm
line,
not,
and they put that line a little too far to the other side.
I'm not against people doing that or anything like that. I don't care. It's just not on Twitch, man.
Right, right. You go to look at, you know, a kid playing, you know, Mario Kart, and next, right next to him, it's some lady shaking her hoo ha.
Let's say I'm gonna go on Twitch. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look at just chatting and see what immediately pops up.
Right.
Well, yep. First name, massive honkers. Yep,
Yep.
immediately.
It might have changed in like 5 minutes of the change. I'm sure it did. So the person over Mickey D's. So yeah, the person over these Mickey D's is very good to his employees. Oh, okay. So he's talking. Pac-Man's talking about his.
We're not mistreated. It's just that we don't have benefits really. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know we used to have well we didn't, but I was at a different McDonald's. I was traveling. I saw a post up on the board how they got what was it? They get paid vacation days and sick days. We don't get any of that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. You missed the last message.
Oh, I did. Pac-Man.
That
Plus a week vacation after a year, along with discounts to local amusement parks if brought to the Mickey D's.
week long. Yep, meeting. We don't
Oh,
get any of that.
that's crazy. I don't know around here what they have. Like, I mean, I imagine that's something you're more aware of if you're working there. So you're like touring other McDonald's and things like that, and seeing what the other stores are and stuff. But like I'm in
Yeah.
Metro Detroit area, and I think to be competitive around here, they have to offer benefits and stuff like that. Otherwise, people wouldn't go to work at those places.
Where I'm at, there's not much competition. That's probably why.
Right.
It's,
Because I mean,
it's
here,
small.
every 2 miles there's a McDonald's. I mean, almost.
Well, I have to go to the next town over just to go to
Mhm.
work. It's only like a 15-minute drive, so it's fine.
My mom and sister both work at the local Mickey D's. He's got the inside scoop on the nuggies. He gets the inside McDonald's.
Yeah. Speaking of nuggets, nuggets are the most stolen thing at our McDonald's, and the problem got so bad that upper management threatened to lock the freezer doors to make it where the padlock on it, and only managers can go in there to get nuggets, so they make sure none is stolen. That never happened, but it came close.
Wow. That's
They
incredible.
they're stolen a lot.
Just sliding some in your pockets. Be like, heat these up later. These bad boys are eat and go.
Glacial's really bad about stealing them. He works there also.
Yeah.
He's really bad about it.
Yeah. I'm telling on your homie over there.
Oh, don't worry. He'll be fine. I had nuggets all day when I worked there. I'm not saying I didn't steal either. Don't worry.
Right.
Especially when they're up food on, like when they make food and they're up it, I will wait like 10 to 15 minutes. And if it's not used in the next 10, 15 minutes, I'm like, mine now. I just eat it.
There you go. What are they going to do? Throw it out?
Yeah. You're supposed to put in a wait. I keep my voice cracked. Sorry, but
That's okay.
they put it in a bucket we call the waste bucket, and they count it towards waste for inventory purposes.
Right.
I just eat it. I don't care.
They had I worked at a pizza place when I was younger, and they had sort of a similar type of thing. Like the people would on purpose mess up a pizza so that way they'd have a free pizza to take home at the end of the night, and they kind of they kind of got abused by doing that, because like if a pizza got messed up, or someone ordered something and didn't pick it up, they'd give the food away. But it happened so often where people were doing it on purpose and calling it an accident, that they're taking home pizzas every night, that they quit doing that. They made it where we had to throw that stuff out. So it was kind of unfortunate for that.
Yeah, per store rules, we're supposed to like throw away food at the end of the night and all that, like even after we're closed.
Right.
But our managers don't care and just let us take whatever we want home. But upper management rules, you're not supposed to. But
right.
I'm glad I have really chill managers.
Yeah. And it's for things like that, losing the overhead and having people just make food all the time. And it's not a lot of money, but some of those places don't make a lot of money either. But when you're charging, like, I don't know, still with food, they're probably making like 70% profit or something, off of stuff, especially like in the pizza industry.
With drinks, they're making like over 1,000% profit.
Oh yeah, with the drinks for sure, yeah.
That's our most like out of our food items. That's what we make most of our money from.
I worked at the movie theater, and it was like that for popcorn and drinks. That's where they made all of their money. So they want you to sell popcorn and drinks, because you buy a little 20-pound box of syrup for $10 or whatever, and that makes like 2,000 drinks or just something crazy, and the rest of it's just carbonated water.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yep.
I know
the popcorn, it's like a little quarter cup of popcorn making this big giant bucket.
Okay, one little thing I've learned about McDonald's is that food isn't what they make most of their money from, though. Like corporate McDonald's, they make most of their money from real estate. I've learned.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
franchisees,
franchisee real estate and all that. Yeah, that's where most of their money comes from.
I believe it. Yeah, because then a lot of the food is just distributed at cost, so that way the restaurant owners can make money. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
The things we didn't know we'd learn about McDonald's today. The real inside scoop behind the golden arches.
It's where I spend it's where I spend like half my time nowadays, unfortunately.
Right.
All
right. Well, it's been a little while. Do you have any other stories that you want to tell?
Oh, let me think real fast.
All right. And if you guys have questions in chat, please get some questions out here. We'll take a short little pause. I want to thank everybody for showing up and attending the podcast. I personally am going through some turbulent times right now, and hopefully we get this stuff sorted out very, very soon. I've got court tomorrow, actually, but I do plan on having the Gnome Saying Presents podcast continue. We've got guests for the next few weeks lined up. We have got next week, Pac-Man is back. Then the following week, we have got, who is it? It's Keegan.exe again. She wanted to come back for another interview, so we're going to have Keegan.exe again. And then the following week after that, we've got BC Fluffy. If any of you guys are interested, you can hit !podcast. I think it's gnomesayingpresents.com. Let me see if this works. Or maybe it's it won't work for YouTube, but you can get the links in YouTube, gnomesayingpresents.com. You can go to the top and apply. You can also see what the lineup is and the schedule and everything like that. So please head over there if you want to see past videos. They're on the YouTube channel, and we've got the future lineup happening. My personal Twitch streams aren't going to be as regular right now. That's all up in the air. All right. I guess that's all for my little commercial break.
So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add for today. I can't think of anything.
Okay. Nothing else to add. Anything else you want to talk about that you guys want to talk about with Xernuff, about his streaming, gaming experiences?
A mage. Don't worry about it, man.
Do you have like a company that you want to work for in computer, for computer related stuff? You have
Say,
like a dream job?
I mean, I would like to work for Nintendo. I like Nintendo a lot.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'd ever be able to work for them or not, but I've always loved their games and all that. I'm not a
Hmm.
big fan of the legal team and all that, but they're doing what they have to do. But they're the game development team and all that. I've always had a soft spot for them and all that.
Yeah.
But if I could, I'd like to be an indie game developer. That would be my bigger like dream, but that's a bit too risky.
Yeah, to hang your hat on indie development, I mean, there's thousands of indie developers and some very few that make it. One of the things I wanted to say about the game development, and I don't know if you're going in that area or not, is are you looking at doing mobile apps or mobile games at all? Because that market is really huge right now.
It is huge. I really haven't thought about doing mobile games,
Hmm.
but I could, like, if I really wanted to, I could be like the two game like Catch Up or Voodoo or whatever those companies
Hmm.
where they pump out like easy to make garbage that I can like make
Yeah,
in like
yeah,
one day in Unity.
right.
But
And it's
that's just
difficult in a way to make a game that's substantial long term in the mobile app game because a lot of them are super kind of
low effort.
scammy.
They're
Yeah,
low effort. They keep pumping them out, and kids keep downloading them. And the way to make money is able to get a little bit of ad revenue, but they're really predatory. And
right.
oh,
Predatory.
little Timmy accidentally just signed up for a subscription. 'Cause they always have these VIP subscriptions that
Hmm.
little Tommy can easily accidentally buy, and there'll
Right.
never be one
That's what you have
purchase.
to be super careful about.
They make sure it's always a subscription because maybe
Hmm.
the parent will forget to cancel it and all that. It's
Yep.
just uh, there are a few good mobile games out there, but maybe the only thing I can really think of is maybe porting a game I've already made for like PC to mobile.
Right. Like a platformer that you can play mobile or something like that you might have done.
Yeah, but for mobile, I think I'd only ever really do ports. That's about it.
Hmm. Okay. Not Activision Blizzard. That's what
No, ew, no.
it says ew. Ew.
I'm not looking to work 80+ hour work weeks.
You all work for
And the
World of
little
Warcraft.
like I love your I loved your products, and I do not want to work for you. Like I still play Call of Duty every year and all that. That's about the only
Hmm.
Activision game I play nowadays. I still play every now and then,
Hmm.
but I'm not. I'm really hoping this coming up COD this year is gonna be a good. This Treyarch is the devs I always have hope in.
Yeah.
I don't think Treyarch has ever made like an awful COD game. Like Black Ops 4 was, but I don't think it was hot garbage. Yeah, Goal 4. I'm really looking forward to Goal 4. If this game isn't good, I think, like especially the zombies community, they're just gonna lose all hope for the series. But to be fair, like a lot of people say, "Oh, this game's to make it or break it," but it ends up not being. But Modern Warfare 3 is one of the, I think, worst selling CODs of recent years.
Right. I know a lot of people were upset about the release on that. I haven't played any COD in a little while.
It's
Just some of the
just
free ones, but
it's just Modern Warfare 2. It's basically
right.
just a $70 update.
Right. Because it was supposed to be like part of Modern Warfare 2 or something, wasn't it? And then they just decided that.
Supposed to be a year two for it, but
Yeah.
instead they made it a They made it its own game.
Yeah.
It's basically what Modern Warfare 2 should have been to begin with.
Right. And that's unfortunate that they pull out something like that. And yeah, Modern
Which
Warfare 3 is just a DLC.
I'm not gonna blame Sledgehammer for it because they didn't want to do that to begin with.
Hmm.
They were only given 18 months to do it, also, which is not a long time.
Right. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about franchises like that try to kick out a game a year, basically. Is you end up with rehashed content, not updated engines, and you're just looking at basically the same game reskinned
Yeah,
in a lot of situations.
Sledgehammer wanted to do their own project, a new COD. They wanted to make an Advanced Warfare 2, which, if you know Advanced Warfare, we haven't had one. We haven't had that game in. When did Advanced Warfare come out? Let me look it up real fast.
Mm-hmm. Probably doing that.
Release date November 2014. That's insane. So yeah, it's been about a decade, and they wanted to just make it again because they want to do the future COD because they're sick and tired of the modern era, and in the World War II game they did. No one wants World War II games. I'm pro future Call of Duties. I want a new future Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
because we haven't done that in a while. Or do a
Right.
theme we've never done before, which Gulf War. They technically never did a Call of Duty in the 90s. So,
What about a Wild West Call of Duty, like a Civil War era Call of Duty?
I don't think older era Call of Duties would sell well because of World War II ones. No one wants to do that.
No, part of it is the weapons and the technology. You're rocking
I
iron
honestly
sights and
think
stuff.
they should do either a science fiction Call of Duty or a fantasy Call of Duty. I think that could be interesting.
That could be.
It'd be a big risk, but I mean, they need to try something new.
I'm going to put some links up for those people on YouTube right now. Those are Xernuff's links for his Twitch, YouTube, both YouTube channels where he has his VODs and his clips, and the Twitter link. You guys can stay all updated. So what would you see in a Final Fantasy, or not a Final Fantasy, a fantasy type Call of Duty?
Well, Call of Duty has leaned into the sci-fi fantasy stuff in the past, especially Black Ops 3 Zombies in particular. So I know Treyarch has the means to, at least in Zombies, they have the means to do that stuff. I don't know if the other two teams can do it, but I know Treyarch could do that. But like the scenery of dragons and all that stuff, maybe medieval weapon, not medieval weaponry, but magical guns and all that
right,
kind of
like
stuff.
a Diablo, maybe like a Diablo universe inside of Call of Duty.
Yeah, it could. I think it could work pretty well. I think it'd be really fun. It'd be really fun and different. But I think it could still feel like COD while not feeling like COD at the same time. Like a nice, fresh and shaking it up and all that.
Right.
It's what the series really needs, honestly.
That would be kind of cool, as long as they don't do it in a second rate, where it's just an off kick and they don't put an effort in to make it good.
No, they have to go all in. Which I know for a lot of big companies, that's we gotta play it safe. You gotta take risk. Technically, Diablo was in Call of Duty. Yet skins don't count, buddy. I'm not a $20 bundle in the store. But I swear that's where all their development goes towards, the stupid bundles in the store.
Right.
They look good. I'm not gonna spend $20 on it.
Right. Yeah, they do. It's overpriced in a way. I feel all that cosmetic stuff is way too expensive. I mean, $20, you can get yourself a physical pair of pants, or something, or a shirt. And here you are buying a digital reproduced item that they can sell on a massive scale for X amount of insane dollars that you can only use in this game. Unfortunately, I think, that's where they make a lot of their money. And I'm glad they don't do it for too many things that are pay to win, But
see, Call of Duty used to not be that way, where all the skins and cosmetics and all that, you'd have to earn that. It used to it used to be. And for their monetization, they would do map packs. But I get why they strayed away from map packs, and you have the haves and have-nots where they're separated, and it makes matchmaking a lot worse and all that.
Absolutely, yeah, because you only got X percentage of the community that actually has the map to play on. So if you're trying to play on this map, then half the people aren't playing on it. So you're going to have a lot lower user base for that particular feature. So that does make sense, yeah.
I haven't played Modern Warfare 3 in a hot minute, so I know Season 1 and Season 1 Reloaded happened, so I don't know if I come back, I'll have some content to do, or new content to go through. But I just haven't. I might play Call of Duty tonight just for the heck of it. Now I'm talking about it, but
right, get on the Call of Duty kick. So I'm not sure what Crazy Chef is talking about. The Butcher and Warzone.
So in the
same thing.
It was an event in Warzone where there was a Diablo, it was part of the Halloween event.
Okay.
There were some monsters and all that, and there was I guess a boss called the Butcher that was in Diablo, and he was one of the monsters you can kill in the event, stuff like that. It was. I will say though, that was a pretty cool event. It got me to actually play Warzone, which I hate Warzone because I don't really like battle royales.
Hmm.
I used to when I was like younger, like there's a chapter 1 era of Fortnite. I played Fortnite religiously.
Okay.
No, I don't know if you ever hopped on the battle royale craze and all that.
Not really. I never really got into it, and I actually installed Fortnite for the first time probably like 2 months ago. Not even, maybe a month ago,
Yeah,
and I haven't
it's
even
not.
actually played Fortnite Battle Royale.
It's not the same game to me anymore. I have no love for that game
Right.
anymore.
I basically got it so I could get on there and play the Lego the
That's
Lego
the only
Fortnite.
reason why I reinstalled the game. Also,
Yeah, and I did a little bit of the rocket racing too, which is okay. But the Lego Fortnite, Crazy Chef says Lego Fortnite, let's go. I think we played together. Solar, it was another guy Solar I played with. I don't know if Chef would say that night or not. We had a few people in there, but I might do that again for Fur to Friday at some point.
I know something that a chef would be very happy if I ever did for a stream idea was Terraria. He loves
Mhm.
Terraria.
Terraria,
Would
yep, and they do a lot of modding and different things on that game. That was
also
the
I
one I
will
was thinking of earlier. Do you
I won't
consider
play
Terraria a platform?
vanilla. No, I consider it to be a sandbox game.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna
You
say
can
it's
you can do
like
platforming in
platform
it.
aspects, but it's really way
It's
more open
I
than
don't
that.
play it for the building aspect. Like Minecraft, I play for building, but Terraria, I'm there for the boss fights and all that. Like I'm there for progression and boss fights
Hmm. Right,
because that's what I'd want to do. I just want to get to the end because Terraria has a definitive end.
right. You can actually complete the game and beat it and get your completionist itch and get the 100% on
Yeah, just kill every boss. That's basically it.
it.
Which
Right.
technically, no, actually in Terraria, I think there's an achievement for 100%ing, which is mine the entire world.
Have you
Break
done
every
that?
single block. No, I barely played Terraria.
Oh, okay.
So if I ever stream it, I'm gonna be a baby, which probably would be more entertaining anyways.
Right. That's kind of how I am as well. I've played maybe 10 or 20 hours in that game
I'm
total.
thinking even I'm thinking this. Yeah, I barely know how to craft. Hold up, just 1 second.
Hmm. Yeah, Crazy Chef says I don't think Xernuff even knows how to craft.
Sorry, barely.
Yeah.
I got through like maybe the few basic essentials and like the starting out to live like to start the world and all that, but I've not
Hmm.
fought a single boss on my own.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at too. A little bit of crafting, a little bit of stuff, resource collecting. I haven't fought any bosses or major stuff. I think we made to try to make an elevator to hell or something like that, and get all the stairs all the way down, or so, I don't know, run
Yeah.
into some crazy fire centipedes or some stuff. But I've done a little bit of exploring and playing. But
So I don't. I probably could learn stuff on my own and all that, but I'd rather
Mhm.
it have crazy. I'd rather have Chef just teach me how to do it. I
Right,
think it'd be easier.
probably a lot
And
less
even
trial and error. That's for sure.
I know how.
I didn't hear what you said. I don't know if you cut out. Did we lose you? If you wanted to type something, it may be. I think. Is it just on my end or on his end? Do you guys see me okay? Xernuff says his internet went out. So we just lost Xernuff, guys. We're going to wrap up the podcast for now. So we had a good time with Xernuff. Please, guys, go give Xernuff some. I'm going to type to him real quick here just to say. We didn't end up getting Goofy. He froze here. Yes, the silent treatment. I know. We'll see if we're getting him back, or if you guys want to talk more. Terraria. So I'm going to give him just a moment before we sign off here. I want to once again thank all of you guys for being here. If you guys haven't done it, please go get Xernuff some follows on his Twitch stream. He's looking to get he says his internet may be out for a while. He's not sure. So I appreciate you guys all being here. Please head over to Xernuff's Twitch page, his YouTube places. He's trying to grow his YouTube and then from that grow his Twitch. I put some links up just a little while ago in chat. If you guys are interested in checking me out on my other streams, I do know I'm saying, he says, let them know I had a good time on stream. Will do. He had a good time on stream. We had great fun with Xernuff. I really appreciate him being here. If you guys are interested in being on the podcast, please let me know. I interview amateur content creators. You can go to gnomesayingpresents.com and check it out there. We've got next week, Pac-Man is back. It's the day after his birthday, actually. So that's going to be awesome. He is into anime, Minecraft, video games, all kinds of stuff. He's a variety game streamer on Twitch and Kick, and he does YouTube content creation as well. So a whole lot of fun. I'm excited to see him. He's been part of the Gnomon Empire forever. We're looking forward to that. Then we've got Keegan.exe, which she already has an interview, part 1, that we did 2 weeks ago. We missed last week because of COVID. I was really, really sick, which we were supposed to be interviewing BC Fluffy. We will be back to interview BC Fluffy following the Keegan. So we've got the next 3 weeks covered for Gnome Saying Presents podcast. My personal gaming stream is up in the air right now. If any of you guys don't know, I am going to court tomorrow morning. I may be getting evicted. I'm behind on rent. I've been trying to get a job. I've had a shoulder injury. My wife passed away. Like a lot of just bad stuff has been happening. I had a torn ligament that I've been going to physical therapy for, so I haven't gotten work. I could have done better, but I have a job interview at Speedway on Friday. I have to see the judge tomorrow. I'm behind on rent. I don't know what's going to happen. I might be getting evicted. So it's going to be wild stuff happening. We're going to try to keep you guys updated in Discord and on Twitter, X, that platform. I'm just going to keep calling it X. I saw a meme about the X thing. It was pretty funny that one of my buddies made. It was the Chris Farley, where he's like, I live in a van down by the river. He's doing that thing. But it said on there, he says, why does everybody say X, formerly known as Twitter? You can just call it X. You know, it was funny. So, hey, hope you get this job and the judge lets you have some time. That's really all I can hope for. Or a miracle windfall of like $3,000 to pay him. So I don't know. Which if I get the job, I might try to see if I can work out getting a loan from some people, but we'll see. I'm not asking for money off you guys. I want you guys to hang out and have fun and enjoy the podcast, enjoy the streams. We're going to try to monetize it in the future, but right now, I just appreciate you guys all being here. We're going to try to keep the podcast running. The personal streams, it's hard to say right at this point in time. So look for us next week. And yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you guys all for being here. Don't forget to hit the smash, follow, like, subscribe, tell your friends, get on there, apply to be on the podcast. We want people to be on here. So thank you guys so much for showing up. We're going to run a quick outro and we will see you next week. Gnome saying.
Wicca, 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 wicca. Wicca.